y'all.
Good evening.
So,
I don't even get the first word.
Nope.
Just, like, slip it in there.
Nope.
Welcome back to Iconic Productions. It Gets Worse.
It got worse.
Where, we today we see how often Josh's players come back.
He did bring us pizza.
Yeah,
That's true.
Bribed
He
them
did.
with pizza this time. It's the
He
only
did.
reason they're here. All right.
appreciate him.
When we last left our heroes, you had been transported to Worcestershire by a half-orc smiling man calling himself Hemotarch Destin, who appeared to be some kind of cleric. When pressed further, you found that he was a cleric of Sorana V, the mother, the lady, the goddess of blood. You had a few minutes to gather yourselves in what passes as a temple and speak with Destin about his goddess. Talia deftly asking questions that any initiate might reasonably ask, playing the part of a fellow adherent. Vera almost resisted stealing pearls from Destin's supplies, but was caught and had to return them. Destin led you out of the temple into the snowy streets of a ruined Worcestershire. Most of the buildings appeared to have been torn apart by one force or another. Talia was unable to spot the wizard's tower that she knew Kelfir was here to find, and presumed the tower is either sunk in the sea that has covered not most of the lower city, but a good chunk of the lower city and the docks, or it suffered the destruction of the rest of the city and has fallen somewhere.
Bad wizard, man.
Several of you also spotted the Charon, far out in the harbor, past a thick sheet of ice, and a small group of figures trekking towards it, loaded down with supplies. Though they have been here just under a week, it seems that the process of loading up the ship is taking quite some time. Along the journey through the city, you were attacked by a horde of skeletons that brought down Cormyr after a frankly unreasonable number of natural 20s, and did significant damage to the Hemotarch. Also, Vera shot Destin in the shoulder.
I did. And I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Especially after what followed.
And a little script rolled across the top of the screen that said, Destin will remember this.
I know.
Yeah.
As you left the scene, a horde of ghouls descended on the bones, cracking them open, sucking out their marrow, and then looking at you hungrily. Destin was largely unconcerned, and seemed to exercise some kind of authority over them.
Talia was less unconcerned.
You got Cormyr back on his feet. Where did I go? And continued following Destin. At some point during the walk, a solar eclipse began. When you expressed concern to Destin about further attacks, he said he mentioned that such assassination attempts rarely make it through, and another one is unlikely. The Hemotarch led you to a locked palisade, and inside he instructed ghouls to bring a tub and the sacrifices, who turned out to be 12 men of varying races.
Were they angry?
Were they what? Oh my god. After placing Lyra's body in the tub, Destin had each of their throats slit and their blood emptied into the tub. As this happened, did either of you get a chance to read the recap? Or is this all new to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Beth, can you hear still fine?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'm glad the weird word order there still actually successfully communicated.
Can hear you still fine?
Today was weird. Yes.
Today was weird.
The adverb can go...
Yeah, the adverb can go anywhere in the
It's
sentence.
conventional
It's
where
fine.
you put it.
Anyway, as that happened, Talia began losing it.
Mm-hmm.
But when she recognized...
First time this week, though.
When she recognized the draconic words Destin was using to bring the soul of someone named Ardexas into Lyra's body, she thought of her family, her friends. She refused to accept that Illyriel and the Red Goddess were the same. She drew together every scrap of faith and the teachings of Lyra and hurled all of it, hope, faith, and will, at the ritual.
Super cool.
But it was too strong.
It was super
Only
cool.
I was a
though. It
divination
awesome.
wizard
And
and remembered
Lyra-
how to do my shit.
And Lyra rose. Yeah, she texted me later in the week going, wait, could I have used my it was a 12, right? Your divination roll of 12 on it. And the total of that actually, never mind, we'll get into that later.
Nah.
It wouldn't have
The
worked,
potentialities are still painful.
And Lyra stepped out of the tub, speaking with the voice of the one called Ardexas. Judging Talia at this point, after her meltdown and her efforts to interrupt the ritual, Destin offered Ardexas all of your equipment, after which you will be put with the others.
Yeah, Talia thinks she knows what that means. It's not good.
Yep.
That's
Vera
where
thinks
we
she
left
might have an
off.
idea too.
Yeah.
So, Cormir is standing off to the side near the palisade chatting with the ghouls.
Really?
By which I mean he is drunkenly chatting to them,
Okay.
Okay.
and they are returning mindless,
you said he'd sobered up.
bloodthirsty, slavering gibberish.
I was just
Oh, did he
imagining
sober
the
up?
two of them having a smoke break, like he with a bunch of ghouls. It's
Well, he is
so
in
great.
some-
No, he's chatting, but their claws are like reaching through the palisade, and it's like a half inch
actually.
away, and he's just.
He is in spring, so he's trying to get the moves.
You guys
I was
look
about to
weird.
say, he's trying to seduce some ghouls.
Yeah, that means something different to them. Hemotarch Destin is just pulling himself up off the ground near the tub from his cross-legged position, and Lyra is walking towards you, flexing her fingers. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna pipe up really fast. Well, we seem to have done you great service. Aren't there rewards for servants of the goddess?
There are always rewards. You too shall be treated to the mother's embrace in time. But until then, you have a different use. At this point, Ardexas has reached... Who was closest? In my imagination, you were standing there closest... You were kind of like right behind her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Almania was standing off to the side.
Liliana was standing out.
I assume you didn't get to actually watch the episode.
No.
Okay, basically, Almania has been outed as not Manya, as you guys have been calling
She's not
her.
Manya.
Her
She's
name
Liliana.
is Liliana.
No, it's not
You
Manya.
already knew that.
Let's just keep calling her not Manya.
Yeah.
I've known
I think I
since-
verbally gave you some notes about the things she had done and said. As we left off, she was sitting there hoping to possibly make a deal with the people who actually have power in this situation.
Okay.
Not so much those guys.
Okay. So I'm basically in this fuck this shit I'm out kind of mood.
A little bit, yes.
Okay.
I mean, you're just, it's a general state for Liliana, but...
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
So, Ardexas has reached you,
Uh-huh.
and just kind of torn off your component pouch, and just searched through your pack, and is
I
just...
don't have a pack.
Oh, that's right, you don't! Okay, so what do you have on you?
I have a components pouch.
Is that it?
And my clothes
Okay.
and my journal is in my pocket.
Okay.
My spellbook is in my wrist pocket.
Okay. She takes your components pouch,
Okay.
opens it up, closes it, throws it around her shoulders, and takes your journal, flips through it,
It's in code, by the way.
flips back through it,
I have it that I have it.
stuffs it in her component
No, I
pouch.
have a different journal.
Stuffs it in the components pouch.
Okay, it's a harder cipher after
Sure.
Vera cracked my lesson.
She saw code and went, okay. And then searches you roughly, tears the clothing a little bit as she's just looking for basically anything useful, takes your belt.
I don't wear a belt.
What do you wear?
I don't wear clothes. I don't wear robes. I don't
You
wear
don't wear
belts.
cloaks,
doesn't wear
robes,
I do wear
or
clothes.
a belt.
I don't wear robes. I just have a tunic and trousers. Like your simple, normal, medieval peasant boy
Which would typically
clothes.
have a belt.
Okay, sure.
She takes your belt.
Okay, great. She can have my belt.
Okay.
That wasn't
Sea
attached
spawn
to that.
She
claw?
wanted the belt. What?
Sea spawn claw?
Oh,
I just opened my bag.
okay. She takes the bag.
I'm gonna skirt around.
It's an explorer bag.
Looks through it. Remind me what's in there. There's
Is bedroll, mesket, tinderbox, rations, water skin, rope.
cool. She will take the water skin and just immediately just start downing it. She sucks the
thirsty.
whole thing down.
Hungry too?
Takes her fingers and just claws across it. Looks at her fingers that have made no mark on the leather water skin. And just kind of throws it on the ground.
Yeah, you'll have to work on those for a little bit longer.
Can I,
I think.
A couple
Can I
of the ghouls that are standing by the tub dive for it and just kind of start grabbing and ripping and sniffing, and then just kind of throw the pieces back on the ground. She's keeping the rest of what's in there.
Can I skirt around while this is going on to Humotark Destin?
Sure.
And be like, yeah, hey. So are you, like, in charge of this whole place?
I am a servant, but I have my responsibilities.
Great. Who's your, like, high priest? Priest something.
I answer to the goddess.
Okay, so you got, like, no one to talk to higher than yourself, aside from you and the goddess.
I need little other than her favor.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, look, we were talking about rewards and things like that. I want to know, how good are you guys at understanding, I don't know, like, memories, memory loss, getting power back that you once had in a past life?
I like this operator.
You know. What's kind of your guys' deal on that? What are your teachings? I don't really know enough about your teachings.
I am unaware of any teachings with that sort.
No,
I know
The
someone
lady
who can help
teaches
you.
that all such things, the past, shall be washed away.
But you guys just rose someone from the dead?
Indeed.
Shouldn't their death be in the past?
Indeed, but she has earned great favor and her work continues in the future.
Okay, great. So how do I earn great favor?
You are far from such things.
Ouch.
First,
Rude.
you will have an opportunity to wash away your sin.
That's gonna need a lot of soap, I'll be honest.
Indeed. Our Dexas at this point has come over to you and is just grabbing stuff off of you and looking through it. What do you have on
It's
you?
all Manya's stuff. so
Unless you're going to
it's-
fight her.
Oh, I'm gonna be like kind of pushing while I'm talking. I'm like,
Okay, cool.
yeah, just like, no.
I actually need Lyra's old sheet.
Don't like to be grabby. Thank you.
Did she take any weapons off me? Just out of curiosity, sorry.
Did
yeah.
you have anything else on you other than your bag?
Yeah,
I
I wear leather armor. I have my knitting needles.
Oh, yeah. Leather armor is coming off.
It's
It's
very
gonna
small.
take her like 10
Sure.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Lyra's not huge. I don't think.
She's not
But
halfling
she's not a
sized.
halfling. She's a wood elf.
I know.
I believe it will be precisely two size too small.
I also had my dagger, DM. Did she get that? Or was it in my boot?
I'm like 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah, your clothing was torn. You've got your boots.
Okay. My dagger in the boot?
Is that where you keep it?
Yeah. Since I don't have a pack anymore.
There is still a
puppy
dagger
keep
in
it.
your boot.
Sweet. Sweet.
May I sleight of hand away one of Gideon's poisons?
Roll sleight of hand.
Does she still have
Failed me.
advantage from
Come
her?
on.
Remember she had advantage on her roll in the next 10 minutes?
You could add your advantage to this roll.
Use it.
Should I?
You need your needles, girl.
Well, I'm not keeping my needles.
Oh.
I was going immediately for sentimentality.
For the poison.
For the poison. Well, poison
Yes.
is good too.
Poison is very useful. I'll roll it.
Okay.
And it was worse.
Mm.
So, sleight of hand was a 12. She sees me.
Okay. From the ritual, whatever the hell this dice rolling thing was,
Yeah, confused.
you called out to whatever this thing is and said, look, just show up, right? Come on. And now, as she's... So, reversing time
Sorry.
just a little bit as she searches.
Yeah.
So you've got a minute.
Yep, you can think.
Okay.
As she's just searching through your stuff and you reach into your bag and try to grab that vial of poison, you hear from right next to you, oh, this is going to go badly. Love, I know we practice fighting invasions of the mind, but seriously, I've been trying to talk to you for bloody weeks and you've been shutting me out. Here the lads. And you turn and look, and there is a ghostly form of Gideon as a young halfling standing right there, just looking at you.
Honey?
Hello.
Really? It's you?
Feels like me. Looks like me.
Do they
Smells
see
like
me
me.
doing this?
I'm sorry?
Do they hear me doing this to this thin air?
Kind of speaking from behind you. Ardexus is not paying attention to you at all. He goes, right, who's the daisy? Whatever. What do you want me to do? I don't have a lot of time.
Well, I was going to save your poison, but...
Oh, look. Right, all right. Distracted for a minute?
Of course. Wouldn't you rather have some of this? And I throw out my gold wool in her face.
just kind of shove it in your face, and
Look
out of,
how
out of the
lovely.
corner of your eye, you see Gideon just snatch the vial. She kind of,
That's my
Ardexus
man.
just kind of grabs it, just kind of tears it apart,
Look,
and
isn't
just
it
throws it
lovely?
on the
Oh, well.
ground, and it lands in just a puddle
What a shame.
of mud that just has red running through it.
I was knitting Cormyr a hat. Oh well.
And you feel just kind of, as Ardexus then leaves, you feel just kind of a tiny little weight in your pocket. Right,
Thank
I'll
you,
go to split.
dearie.
I've been taking the piss out of him for a while now, and I think he's getting suspicious. See you, love. And
Love
he's
you,
gone.
darling.
Did I hear her do that?
Nope.
Okay. I didn't hear her talking to herself.
Well,
at
so
all.
what were you doing after you got ransacked?
I was listening to what's going on.
Sure, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Can I roll a passion roll to become immediately very happy?
Sure. It does more
Yeah.
than that. I mean,
7.
It wasn't good.
it's a D100 roll.
It's a D100 roll.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Give me some
D100s.
I gave you a 10.
So just
you.
call one of them as a tens place.
Dad's 84.
84? Okay. Just feelings of happiness and joy and warmth that you haven't felt in a long time just kind of suffuse
Okay, I'm fine.
your being, tinged by the sorrow of knowing, he's definitely dead.
Well, I'm
So-
about to be, so
You were not inspired, but also like that was unexpected and heartening, and it was just good to hear that voice again. You pretty thoroughly stamped out the kind of that lower class accent out of your children. Gideon was a little more stubborn, and you didn't realize how much you missed it.
I know. Mine comes back when I hear it.
Oh.
Was that Cockney? That's what I was
It was
going
close.
for. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
It was
It was
It took me
something.
a while.
It was good.
All right.
Channel that Michael Caine.
Perception check.
7.
7. Okay, you do not hear it.
Yeah, I didn't.
As far as what it looks like to you is she's just kind of presenting a smaller target
That's
as
fair.
Ardexus searches her. So, you are being also ransacked.
Yeah, and I'm like smacking the
Cool,
lyre
roll an
body
athletics
with-
check.
Okay.
Well, we have to use her athletics.
No, I'm gonna have to look at my
Because it's Lyra's body.
Oh, yeah. Does that mean I use Almania's athletics?
Yeah.
I think all the stats are the same anyway. Well, almost.
Slightly different, I think.
Athletics. That's an 11.
An 11. Cool. You
That's
are
not great.
just holding her off
Okay.
for
It's
now.
like, no. I am talking to your dad.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Please do.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I did.
Hemotug Destin is just looking at you mildly amused by this scuffle.
Look. I woke up a few days ago in a new body with, lots of weird memories that aren't mine, but also some of mine, and I'm just trying to figure out how to kind of connect the pieces back together. Does that make sense?
And how does
While I
that
have a hand, out. Just,
how does that make you feel? Frustrated? Angry? Like you
Oh
want
my
what's yours?
god.
No, it more makes me pissed off.
Cool.
Yeah.
So she just experienced
Worst
that.
therapist ever.
I would suggest that you give her what she's going for.
And will you help me then?
Of course.
Gods.
I'm here to help all of you.
Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, here. Is this all that stupid bard shit? And I just pull off my bag and just throw it at her.
Okay.
Have fun. It's a bunch of music.
Rips open the bag looks through,
Talia
just
starts crying.
grabbing fistfuls of parchment and just
darling.
tearing them and throwing them into the
Things
mud,
are
landing
certainly
in
not
puddles
as
of
bad
blood,
as they seem.
and
It's
just
Hermione's
the
things.
snow.
I know, but Hermione was not her
pretty
thing.
destroyed.
No, but
What else is in that pack?
The
Hermione loved
photosynthesis
those
cloak,
things.
a magical short sword, and my magical busking lyre.
and the
potion
So
of
the
greater
only
restoration.
what you're saying
sorta.
is the only magical items I've given you in this campaign.
Well, except the one that you threw down the cliff.
Oh yeah, you did do
Yeah,
that.
Almania had all of them.
Actually,
And
that
then
was your
Almania
choice. You threw that down the
died.
cliff.
That's
I threw down the backpack.
Yes,
with
see,
you.
Almania had all of
takes
them,
the
and then
cloak,
she got killed. So
throws it around herself, and you can see at this point she's shivering. This is not her dragonborn body. It's the short sword as well, right?
Yeah, magical short sword.
Okay.
Potion of greater restoration, or kind
Takes
of.
that,
We weren't sure.
takes the potion, drops it in the bag. What else do you have on your person other than the bag?
I have my lyre, entertainer's pack, some money. It says I have oil of Fireheart, but I think I used that a while back, and I think it just never.
What does it do?
I don't know. It just
It's
said oil
what
of fire.
it gave you
I think it gave me fire resistance for
fire
an hour.
resistance,
Oh, okay.
and you used it on your armor when we were fighting the.
Yeah,
goblin.
Gotcha,
It was
okay.
just- as it says it on
Okay.
there. So my lyre is also on there. My loot was destroyed.
Takes
so
the
lyre.
lyre out, just cracks it in her hands, throws that on the ground. Takes the rest of it. Are you going to try and squirrel anything away?
Money. I'll probably try and squirrel some of the money. I've got like
Okay.
600 coins on me.
She
I had a
has
lot of
my
money,
candles from.
But it's
Sentinel
under
Hang
my
now.
clothes. Did she go that far?
Candles go in the mud. Yeah, you can try and squirrel away
Frickin' money.
100 coins there.
Okay.
You're going to be rolling with disadvantage because you are trying to hide a pack filled with coins.
I mean, I'm wearing bard outfits. I'm sure there's a million pockets on bard outfits.
Fair.
Let's be real.
Fair. So go ahead, roll that.
Sleight of hand or
Sleight of hand.
Okay. 15?
And you are rolling to beat passive perception.
I guess.
I'm sorry, no, it was active, and she rolled an 8 plus 13. 13, okay.
So I'm
Yeah. You somehow, I don't know where.
Sticking one of my 17 pockets.
Sure. After she's kind of run through them, a bunch of the pockets are ripped off. It's just kind of a quick.
In my mind, Almania, like, because she was on stage all the time, had all these pockets when people throw things to her. She could just stick them in her pockets, you know?
You also have to beat Hemotarch Destin's passive perception, which is 15.
I did it.
And when you're rolling to beat it, it's meter beat. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
believe
and
that still
I
succeeds.
met her bet.
Okay. You met her. That's that doesn't work.
I know.
English?
Please.
Did she take my tiny halfling armor?
She did. She's taken it and
I've
just
got knitted sweater underneath.
like torn off kind of some of the shoulder pads and strapped them on. She's torn off bits and pieces, and so now she's just got this very piratey looking like
Very attractive.
things
I like
held
it.
on with various straps here and there. Look, she died once, okay?
Did she get to my money pouches, which are under my clothes?
Are you gonna try and hide those?
Well,
Well,
how far is she going under my clothes?
She rolled her 4. So, no, she did not. She's mostly looking for useful things.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
Okay, so I assume they're going to take my weapons, though.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Does she take
So-
my knitting needles?
She does.
Because they're not in your hair anymore.
They're not my hair anymore because I don't have any hair.
They are also... you guys, at this point, it's been a day, so you guys all have, like...
A day wouldn't do much.
No,
Hair grows half an
it's
inch a
not.
month.
It's not long, but your head is definitely sandpaper.
Oof, itchy.
It's
Yeah,
actually been a week.
Has it been? Oh, yeah,
It's been
No,
9 days.
you guys, they keep their heads shaved. So
Oh.
it was a regular
didn't say
thing
that.
throughout the week. No, there was a lot of things I didn't say.
I still have all of my hair
You
because
don't-
I have no hair.
Yeah.
Did they take? Did she? What's she doing with Cormier's?
Oh, Cormier, that's right.
Because he wears plate armor.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a
She's-
while.
Good,
She's
give me my
stripping that
tiny
off.
halfling armor
Yeah,
back.
that's happening for a while back there. I'm sorry?
Give me my tiny halfling armor back.
No.
Ooh. Sorry, one last question.
Sure.
Specifically. So she definitely took anything obviously weapon. Did she take my sea spawn claw? I took it as a souvenir.
Yes. Well, she doesn't know that that's not a spell component, so she took it.
Okay. She needs spell components?
I don't know.
This is Jenny asking. I guess Jenny is surprised by that.
So you were rolling for a thing?
No.
I thought you were rolling for a thing.
I
Were you
already
asking
rolled
a
perception
question?
a long time ago. I was going to.
What were you asking?
I just was asking if I overheard her conversation with Hemotarch regarding...
Not while you were trying to listen to this
Were they
one's
happening
here?
simultaneously?
one. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
They couldn't have been happening simultaneously.
You initiated the conversation, and then Ardexis came
Oh,
after
okay.
you.
Yeah. All right, sounds fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, are you, well, it'll take her a minute.
So we have fulfilled our obligations, yes?
Indeed, quite well.
Very well then. We shall see you later.
Indeed. Take them below, and you may not eat them.
Well, that's a step up.
And one of the ghouls kind of walks over and grabs your arm.
Steady on.
Total?
63.
63. Okay. You just manage. Your hatred of ghouls is at 60, right? You just manage to refrain from pulling its face up. But it does dig its fingers into your arms. At which point, it has to make a dexterity saving throw. Ooh. At which point, not fire, kind of this, it behaves kind of like fire, right? The weaving tongues, but it's this scarlet, almost translucent color, and it makes this sound as it drops and just splatters onto the ghoul and just immediately starts to melt and burn away, and the ghoul falls down, and you see Hemotarch Destin there, who goes, "No eating." And all the ghouls just at that point just shrink back.
Not for eating.
And they now, as gently as ghouls can, are pushing you guys towards. So again, as of roughly described as last week.
Let's
but,
move the dice jail so that the people at home can see the map. There we go.
So
Over here with me. Yes.
roughly, this is not to
Lost.
scale. Okay. So you guys are right around this part of the courtyard. There's ghouls kind of all around here, but at this point you can see a large number of them have just drifted off now that the sacrifice is complete. There's no more freshly spilled blood. It looks like the earth kind of goes down, and there's an overhang right there. And that just goes down into the earth, and they are shepherding you towards that.
Okay.
Hole. Yes.
Real quick before I forget, I
Yes.
meant to ask if I could get, because you said she threw the candles in the mud.
Yes.
Can I retrieve them?
You can try. Yeah, go ahead and just roll an athletics check as the ghouls are shoving you.
Well, I would have done it before the ghouls were shoving. Like, when she dropped it, that's what I meant to ask earlier.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, you've got them.
Okay.
They're muddy and kind of squished. You're not sure if they'll function right.
I'll just stuff them in a pocket.
But you've got them. Okay.
I got the candles.
You've got them. Okay.
Sweet.
You guys are all herded down into the underground. As you walk
Sorry,
towards the
Liliana.
entrance, right as you about 10 feet once you've gone down and you are securely underground, you kind of get hit with a wave of humidity and stench. There's a large cavern that extends a little bit around to the right. You can't quite see. There's kind of a corner over there, and then it extends maybe a couple 100 feet deep. It all looks like it's just been roughly hacked out. There are piles of dirt here and there. This has clearly been excavated. And from what you saw on top, there's all kinds of buildings up above. Far, far towards the end, there is a very large fire. And tucked here and there are tents. There are a few over by that large fire. But it looks dozens and dozens of tents. Maybe not quite 100, but more than you can count at a quick glance, are tucked into corners, into alcoves here and there. They just look like these tiny shanty towns, almost scattered here and there in the cavern. It smells like sweat, urine, shit. As you continue in your adventures, steadily growing familiar scent of burning dung. You can see people here and there as you guys walk down. You see a lot of people who are dressed in warm clothing, but thin, emaciated, are just ducking quickly into tents. As soon as you guys come down here, there's a flurry of motion, and people are just ducking around corners and into tents.
I'm looking as much as I can at faces, just to see if there's anyone here that I recognize.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
I'm keeping an eye out for pointy things.
Okay. Roll also a perception check. Not Manya.
Yeah.
What you doing?
I am looking with disgrace and disdain upon the entire place. I'm very not happy.
You do that.
Well, that was only a 7.
A 7? You do not recognize anybody here.
15.
15? You were looking for pointy things?
Improvising. Nails. Small things like that.
Not really. Most of the tents here and there that you can see are really just ratty cloth that are kind of, set on a ledge on the wall, and then with a large stone on top
no
of it,
stakes,
and no stakes. These are definitely makeshift tents. Based on your professional eye, it seems as if this place has been fairly well scoured and I can't think of the right word.
Spoiled.
Somebody has intentionally removed sharp objects. The only one
enough to hide
There's always
something.
prison shivs.
The
somewhere.
the only sharp things you've seen really are the tops of the palisade that's around. I'm sorry, I didn't explain it.
Well,
this is the palisade.
Anything with a little
okay.
bit of work can become sharp.
Fair.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna look around to see, what is there to eat around here? What is there that I can take around here? Things like that.
Sure, roll a perception check.
It's just
Sorry, gotta
walking
go
around
back to
bouncing,
Liliana's.
super buoyed up.
Well, that's one reaction I wasn't expecting.
11.
Nothing to do with our current
11.
situation.
11.
Some of the people that you saw ducking into tents had a handful of something,
Yeah, I'm taking that.
just kind of clutched.
Sorry. Liliana
Sorry.
sucks, man.
Oh, I know. I rolled randomly for every soul that could have come
And you
into
got one
Almanya's
that
body.
sucked.
And you got the chaotic evil one.
No.
Kind of not a bowl, not a cup or any utensil, just kind of a handful of something that they clutched close to their chest and ducked in. Other than that, far at the back where that huge fire is, it looks like there's a bunch of barrels and crates of that sort.
Take those two.
The barrels and crates.
Liliana is
you can
nothing
see
but
a-
a stubborn asshole.
You can see a small gathering around that fire as well, and unlike the rest of this cavern, from there, you can hear raucous laughter.
Nice. I'm getting drunk and partying then.
Woo! You said barrels? Are
Yeah,
there?
barrels and crates, stuff over
Let's
there.
mosey.
The ghouls at this point,
Mosey where?
Over to that fire.
one of them, you can see this behind Vera, just kind of starts to reach out, and another ghoul just kind of slashes its arm, and it kind of hugs it to its chest and scurries
Do I need
out.
to roll
Naughty,
And the
again?
ghouls,
naughty,
no.
naughty.
And the ghouls head out.
The ghouls leave.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, you guys are left alone.
Jenny wants to look for a little old woman,
Okay.
but Talia doesn't know that Molly exists, so...
Okay.
All of our old Worcestershire friends.
Yeah.
Let us assume that they're not. For now.
Molly's fine.
Okay. So you guys are still just standing there.
We're walking towards the...
Yeah, well,
Oh, you guys are heading
I'm still
towards the
trying
arrow?
to...
Same.
I
Still
got
looking
my eye out.
fruitlessly
Yeah,
for
I-
brother.
yeah.
Okay.
I got my eye out for anything that can be subtly and quickly ripped to be a splinter slash thing. Because if there's wood, there's something sharp.
Talia just kind of bumps you. Ghouls
Yes.
left.
Yes.
I have something for later
Yes.
you could perhaps use.
Oh. Well,
She
it's
didn't get
always
everything.
I'm gonna go to the
useful
fire.
to have many options.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are walking in that way.
Let's stick with this one for now, shall we?
As you guys start to walk towards the fire, you are approached by a tall,
Taller than me.
Do you want to let her describe?
average height, kind of pale-skinned woman. Xiaoji, if you would like to describe yourself.
Spell that.
Let's
spelling
see.
it phonetically.
All right. The first impression that you get from looking at her is that she's a skeleton, like an undead. Like you're like, what? And then you see, oh, okay.
That's up Beth's alley. We love you,
Why,
Beth.
Dad? Why?
We love you, Beth, so much.
I love the bizarre, the evil. Don't mind me.
That's why we love you.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to eat a child.
Home is out there somewhere.
Eating
She
children.
is.
Ouchie.
Alright, continue.
Let's see. She has piercing green eyes, black hair,
Did you
kind
say-
of long.
Did you say kerosene green?
Piercing.
Oh, I heard kerosene and I was
They're
just
gasoline
like, man.
green.
I don't even know. Ooh.
Never mind, she likes
Little
it.
Mad Max.
I was just gonna say, like, that's a great description.
Huh. And I'm honestly, Josh, I'm not sure what her position is there. Like, what is she?
Yeah, I was gonna send you those things I promised to send you today,
But then weird stuff happened at work.
and then the school said we weren't gonna have school for a week because of a virus. So I spent all day writing school plans for multiple different grade level teams. So
Virus. And
that was
Yeah.
exciting.
Yep.
So,
Wash your hands, y'all.
Please.
so Xiaoji, you
Oh, and actually, it's Shoji.
Shoji. Okay,
Sure.
Yeah,
Shoji.
and it's actually a very boy's name, but
Honestly, that sounds very Japanese masculine.
yes. And it
Question
definitely
again.
is.
What species are you?
Skeleton.
What species are you? Do you look like a skeleton of a particular species?
I'm undead.
That's sweet.
What did I choose? I think I chose half elf.
Okay. Skeletal half elf.
Yes.
No,
What's your color palette? I feel compelled to ask for artistic reasons.
Yes. What? Yeah. What sort of thing are you wearing? What colors do you favor?
she is wearing. So you can tell them about the colors and the design. Once fine clothing, now clearly torn, ripped, sullied. It's a mess.
Totally awesome. I'm determined
So-
to pronounce this properly. Shoji.
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 Design and color palette is up to you.
Shoji.
Okay. I'll go. Like super fancy, like something a noble woman might be wearing, and
Sweet.
I favor like the dark forest greens, and perhaps like blacks with it, like maybe black embroidery and stuff.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Totally awesome.
Sorry, Alice.
So Shoji, you saw as one of the newcomers, just placed what you recognize as some kind as a candle of some sort of magical ability into their pocket.
Oh.
Upstairs.
I'm sorry.
that
I'm sorry.
upstairs.
She just took it out and then handed it to somebody else.
No, she
I
did.
thought you took the candles out of your pocket.
No, I was
She
telling Vera
was
I have my
telling me
dagger in
about
my
the
boot.
dagger, but she never actually said those words. She said, "I might have something that you'll find interesting later."
Shoji, there are newcomers. They're not as broken and run down as everybody else in here. You walk up to them. What do you say?
We look hot. Yeah, we look awesome.
We look so smoking with our baldness.
Yes.
I look
yes,
hot as hell, y'all.
they are all bald, except for the Dragonborn who didn't have hair in the first place.
For the record, Vera is rocking this. Just saying.
Okay. How long have I been here? Is this like some kind of like prison camp or something?
Tell me that she's only
Yes,
fucking
that's exactly
Japanese.
what it
I swear
is.
to you, we
You've
just
been
have
here
to
since
deal.
the fall of Westershire.
Oh wow. So like a year?
Yeah.
Years? Whew.
Dang.
Whew, okay.
Dang, Beth.
All right. Okay. I'll go up to them and
Not to
kind of-
just like hurl you on the spot or anything.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
With no information.
Honestly, I'm not very good at the role play to begin with. But okay.
Well, come on, you're awesome.
I would like to approach them like as warmly as my, appearance will allow, and and just try to be like as comforting and genuine and caring as I can, and I would like to say, hello there, strangers. I see that you are recently arrived here. If there's anything I can help you with or explain, or I've been here for quite some time, and as you can see, this is not the best state or place to be in, and honestly, I'm happy to see a new face, though unfortunate it is that you are here.
Insight check.
I immediately.
As much as I love you, Beth.
Roll insight.
I immediately push past and keep walking and say, "Out of my way, dead lady," and keep going.
You do that.
Indeed.
So, Josh, I would like to note that when I'm not here, I would like you to go like as Aes Sedai as you can with this character. Like, speak the truth, but not
I am.
the truth.
You had me at Aes Sedai.
Great. I don't think I'm going to be very good at doing that, but
13 on my insight. She's genuine. We shall see.
Would you roll 13?
13.
Okay.
Unlucky 13.
Okay. You take her at her word. That's
No, I don't.
no. You gotta go with the roll.
I know.
You suspect everybody of ulterior motives.
Yeah, I do.
But you could not detect any lie or deceit in
Deliberate.
what she said.
Oh, well, how long have you been a citizen of this lovely underground town?
I honestly hesitate to call it a town. It's more of a forced enslavement, of which we will all be happy to survive.
Beth, I sent you just an email with just some quick notes.
Okay, let me read that right quick.
It's all right. Over the next 2 weeks, I will have so much time to prep. It's going to be amazing.
Isn't that gonna be fabulous?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Did she take my holy symbol?
Yeah. That would have been. So
Because you
basically,
told me it was basically heretical.
You have been left with.
Okay.
We'll do it this way because it's simpler than. Did he take my? You have been left with your clothing, the dagger you managed to hide in your boot, your 100 gold,
Money.
I have the 100 gold.
your money.
My 300 gold.
And her poison.
No, you managed. I'm sorry, you swiped the. Oh, that's right. That's right.
I saved
They
all
didn't
the
find the
money.
money at all, so they swiped. So you've got your poison and your money. You've got 100 coins.
Yep.
You've got your spell book in your pocket, literal
Wrist
pocket
pocket.
dimension, wrist
Yes.
pocket. Thank you. Pretty much everything else, your weapons, your armor,
Do I have the only
everything
thing
else
that matters
has
to
been
me?
stripped. Oh.
Yeah.
She's gonna roll an Arcana check to see if she
Thinks it's magical.
thinks it's magical. I'm hoping she rolls high. Okay. Yeah, that's a 15 plus next 7. She did not take your wedding.
Thank you. Okay.
Honestly, if she had,
I would have killed her.
I would be sitting here like,
No, I would have attacked her if she
You're
took
gonna
it.
kill, like, these people are gonna die.
With your monk fists.
With my monk fists, I would have killed her.
Your unarmed attacks, I think, or is that second? Yeah, your unarmed attacks are now do 1d4, which is actually as much as your daggers do.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
But without sneak attack.
Without my, could sneak punch to the kidney.
you good?
Yes.
Okay, so this skeletal lady is talking.
Oh,
Hello,
excellent.
skeletal lady.
Except Elmania
Yes.
burst right past, so we'll come back. We'll come to you in a second.
What is your name?
I'm called Cho. My full name is Choji, but Cho is much easier.
And,
Yes,
what is it that you do here? Miss? Show?
Well, we're pretty much livestock for these ghouls and these people.
I gathered that much. My question was specifically what you do. What is your area of speciality?
Well, before the fall of Worcestershire, I actually served as a healer. I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to medicine. And honestly, I miss it greatly. And as you guys are new here, I hope you wouldn't mind if I kind of stick around you. People here are really broken after so long of being in this state, and I myself am rather exhausted and would rather be able to be included with someone who still has hope.
Well, that's a bit of a buzzword, shall we say?
Well, it certainly was one of my favorite words.
Well, true. Why not?
I would like to let you guys know kind of how things work around here. How do you say the name, Josh? Vodum?
Vodum.
Vodum, okay. Okay, so King Vodum, he's in charge, and he has lots of thugs, and honestly, you have to follow what they say. The ghouls will sometimes come down and eat from among our population. And if you are a woman, I would take extra care because Vodum and his thugs like to take their pick.
We're going to need to ugly you up, darling.
I think the monks already did that.
We're going to need to ugly you up more. Just saying.
I'm covered in filth. I have no hair. My clothes are torn to shreds. Okay.
Just saying.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. if you're female, you're at greater risk here. Although everyone is pretty much equal risk of being eaten or sacrificed. Okay, and I try to whisper to them, honestly, I think we should all get out of here as soon as we can.
Well, I'm entirely in agreement with you on that. Any suggestions?
Is there anything I would know that might, have I been working on an escape plan or any kind of political relations or advantages I might have?
You tell me, have you been trying to do that?
Yes, I would have.
All right. Give me a perception check, an investigation check, and a persuasion check.
Perception, investigation, and persuasion. Okay.
No, investigation.
Investigation, okay.
Perception, and then actually your choice of intimidation or persuasion.
Ooh, okay.
Such a gnome sound. Ooh, I can intimidate.
I still have a face. Okay. So, investigation, right? Alright, investigation. Investigation is intelligence, which is I'm sorry. I'm only going off of the character sheet I have. I don't actually know the additional numbers.
So your intelligence, yeah, so it would just be a straight D20 roll. Nothing
so
added.
That one is 14.
14, okay. Perception?
That's a 4.
4. Okay, intimidate?
Ooh.
Oh dear, she has to do math.
Oh, dang.
18?
That's some.
And
that's
that was
good
on
stuff.
intimidation?
She
Okay.
strikes fear into the hearts of all these fools.
Works on me.
Yep,
Okay.
I like her.
So you have... You know that you guys are allowed outside in the courtyard there. People tend to not like to go out there because ghouls tend to crowd around the palisade and stare hungrily at them. In the times that you've gone out there, there is one part of the palisade. So when you walk out of this cavern and to the right, that part of the palisade, the ground underneath it, is not terribly strong. A little sapping or a big enough force could probably create a hole large enough to get out. The only problem is once you're out, right? That's where the ghouls are, right? So it's a little bit of take your chances getting eaten out there on the run, with maybe a chance of escape, or stay in here and just hope you're not next.
Right, I would like to share that information.
Okay. I'm sending you one more thing.
Curious.
But we'll get to that in a second. So, as you guys are talking to her, Almania, you have walked straight up to the fire, and what you see...
Can you call her Liliana? It makes us feel better.
Not Manya.
Because it's not her.
Liliana. You're correct. Liliana.
Yeah.
You walk up to the fire area, and you can see 7 people sitting around it.
Okay.
Yeah, 7. 7 people sitting around it. 6 of them, it's a mix of... All 7 are human. The 6 are a mix of scruffy beards, muscled frames, thinner frames. It just looks like a right collection of thugs. All of them are wearing fairly poor quality leather armor, but leather armor nonetheless. All of them carry short swords. One of them has a crossbow. Okay. The 7th, they're kind of, they are uniform in their lack of uniformity.
Right.
It's just a motley collection there.
Mm-hmm.
The 7th is immensely fat. Sitting on a large chair built out of a collection of sticks,
be the king.
stones. You have no idea what they used to cement it all together, but you're not sure you want to know. There's a good bit of bone that went into the construction, and it's this very grotesque throne-looking chair. He is sitting there drinking something out of a very large, ornate, but dirty, grimy, mud-encrusted goblet. What is it?
gonna be a baby skull.
Your gnome is showing again.
I
It is-
finally can see through to
It
my
is
nature.
not. It is not a baby skull. Yeah, playing Lyra was real hard for Beth.
Yes.
I'm
Totally
sorry, I
contrary to
cannot
nature. All of them are filthy. Is wearing some kind of like wooden stone crown, like imitation of a crown. Just kind of this peach fuzz on his face. Not a kid, but not as old as anybody else in the circle. You looking around them, you can see right there's some gray in the scruff. Some of them are a little bit older, but he appears to be the youngest. And whether he's just too young to grow a proper beard or it's just those are his genes.
Patchy.
It's
and
just it's kind of
scruffy.
patchy and
baby.
messed up and gross.
Oh.
I love how immediately you become motherly over this.
No, this is Liliana going, oh, you're so small.
You're so squishable.
How adorable.
What if something just happened to you?
And
Something just happened.
how would you like to make your presence known? They are all sitting around the fire drinking something. There are boxes. There are crates and barrels that extend well behind the throne. And there's quite a few of them.
Okay.
There is way if that's food back there, there's way more than enough to feed everybody here.
Okay.
Not
I'm
that you
gonna.
would care.
No, I really don't care at all.
It would definitely feed you, and that you do care
And
about.
I'm like, food. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to the fire as close as I can, like before they start lifting weapons, and be like, "So what's on the menu, boys?"
Right behind one of them, you make this declaration. Kind of the one right in front of you just jerks forward and kind of looks back, and his hand goes to his sword before he lets it go.
He has a sword?
Oh,
Yeah, they have
Yes,
weapons.
all of them have
which is
short swords.
fascinating to me.
Sorry, I was figuring out which of my spells actually needed components from my pouch.
Oh, cool. At low level, it's not too many of them, is it?
More than half.
Dang.
But they're fairly easy components to find. It's like sand and soot
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah.
There was a fire, the ash.
All right. One of them looks at you and goes, "Oh, who let the Dragonborn down here?
Rude.
Ah, don't want any of that. Fucking scales."
The racist cards too.
Nice. Okay. I see what we're
Those are
dealing
also
with. Okay.
rapist.
Another one
Yes.
goes, "Get back with the rabble."
Excuse you. You think I deserve to be with them? Ugh.
Roll a persuasion check. Sure.
Unfortunately, unbardified persuasion
I know.
check.
I mean, sorcerer still. has
She's
charisma.
not terrible, yeah. Persuasion, that's gonna be a 16?
He stands up, pulls out his sword, and goes, "Yeah? Let's see about that. That Dragonborn tastes better than this shit that they feed us."
Oh, is that all shit back there? Really? In all those
God.
giant barrels?
Oh, okay.
Gotta
He's-
put it
He's
somewhere.
coming at you. What you doing?
I'm gonna cast Acid Splash.
Okay. Is
I
it a
was-
dex save on his part, or?
That's an excellent
I think
question.
so.
Let me check.
At this point, the rest of you, in your conversation with somebody who has not actually given your characters their name.
Yes, she
Yes,
has. I asked
You
her
did?
what
Oh,
her name
sure.
was. That's
Yeah,
always my
Dex.
first question.
Shoji.
It
Is
is
save on
dex,
their
yeah.
part? That's a 6 plus probably not enough.
Great. You're gonna take 3 acid damage.
Cool.
It's a cantrip. It's some baby spells.
Yeah.
Let's go with some baby spells.
Oh, there's that.
I'm still not good with her spells. I was really good with Almania spells.
Actually,
That's why
let's
it was
do it
great
this
to go
way.
back to Almania. I was like, I can do Almania spells.
Yeah.
I'm not as
You guys
strong.
hear kind of something sliding across dirt and a heavy impact and an and you kind of turn and look back towards the entrance and you can see Cormir just kind of picking himself up off the ground, stripped of armor, stripped of his...
Not
Warhammer.
going to have
Just
much
everything.
fun here. I don't think they have much liquor down here. Do you?
He's going to try and hide a wineskin. He's going to try to have hid a wineskin.
But
Oh,
Do you want his? I
Perfect.
have
yeah.
his
What's
sheet.
his sleight of hand with disadvantage?
Surely he sobered up a little bit. His sleight of hand is 0.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he didn't manage to save it.
Nope. So, Mrs. Mayweather, run interference, please.
Okay. At this moment, you hear a shout of anger, and you look towards the fire, and you can see a guy advancing on Almania with
Not
a sword.
Manya.
Liliana.
we now know that she's lying.
I know, it's habit, I'm sorry. With a sword, you throw out your hand, and that requires no components other than verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Cantrips still take material components.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
but this is a verbal.
But that one doesn't.
Material components?
Mhm.
Really? Okay. Acid kind of splashes across him. He manages to avoid most of it, and some of it kind of starts to eat into his leather armor. He goes, "Oh, you bitch!"
I am.
And he's gonna attack you.
All right.
Shall we watch? Let's.
Does a
I sit down very comfortably.
13 hit your 10 plus your dexterity modifier?
Let me check.
She did cast mage armor on herself at the beginning of the fight in the street, and it lasts for 8 hours.
That's true.
Okay.
She and I
Good.
both did that.
Oh,
Nice.
So your armor class should be 15.
fair point.
Nice. Okay. Armor class 13.
All right.
Or wait, it's 13 plus your dex, whatever your dex is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. He runs up and slashes towards your face, and it kind of goes up a little bit. It just kind of goes right over your head.
Mhm.
Goes, what? Okay, I need everybody to roll initiative at this point.
Why all of us? We're not helping. We have no association
Sure,
with her.
and
She
so-
walked up and did it herself.
All initiative does is it puts things in order.
In case we want to attack them.
No, it's if you want to do anything,
Yeah.
combat
First
or
good
not,
roll of the
just to be
frickin'
able to
night.
keep track of it.
By the
Yeah,
way,
nobody's attacking you.
This
It's fine.
doesn't like me.
What'd you roll?
It's got to, I haven't rolled over a 10 this whole time.
Well, you don't want me rolling that one.
No, you don't. Here,
That's
He
the one
gave
that-
me his lucky
Take-
die, but it doesn't like me.
take
Lovely
this.
audience.
I lent it to you. I did not give it to you.
He
You didn't
gave
have
it to
dice
me.
tonight.
Especially
Okay.
because I'm poisoning it with my plague. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, sorry, I haven't rolled initiative yet. Sorry. I'm
Yeah.
a little disorganized.
20.
Not great.
Wow. Okay.
Can't read
Jesus.
It's the first good roll all night.
9.
10.
I knew I should have been using my rainbow die. I'm sorry. Die hard.
You want to roll for Cormier as well?
I will roll. Oh, unless you're.
Yeah, I'll do it. I have Cormier. No. 16. Plus...
You rolled a 9? Or
I
10?
rolled 10.
Nothing.
10 and then Elmania?
Liliana.
Cormier has
Liliana.
nothing. Okay. Cormier gets a 16.
Oh, hey, cool.
Drunken Cormier.
Okay.
Does he
So-
roll initiative or does he?
So,
Ooh,
Talia,
his
are
armor
you-
class
are you
is
gonna-
10.
Yeah. Are you going to do anything about this?
Nope.
Cool.
Be
Okay.
drunk.
This is where the party goes, wait, we don't have to kill Mary's character. We can just let her die.
Yeah, that's
That's
a good plan.
Is kind of what Vera is vaguely thinking.
What'd you say?
She'll roll the 17, by the way.
17. Okay,
Sweet.
it is Shoji's turn.
I rolled a 20. Oh, yeah, I'm not doing anything.
He didn't do anything. It's her turn.
Moving the all you guys go. No.
You guys broke out the
Sitting
pot.
let her watch it. Yeah, totally did.
So Shoji, what are you doing?
Alright, she sees this happen, and she asks the group right next to her, that's one of your members, right? Do you
Nope.
need me to step in?
Actually, no. It's thoroughly
Used to be
not.
one of our members, but not so much anymore. See, they put
So, quick
wrong
question.
soul back.
Do we want to save the body? Though?
And that's about the time you get on that. Shoji, are you going to do anything with that information?
Nope, I will back away.
Doing that gif where the guy
Cool.
comes out with the chair.
It's their turn.
Where Jason Momoa comes
The
out
king.
with the chair.
And all of the other 5 thugs just kind of throw their heads back and they're laughing, and the king drains his goblet and he's just giggling this awful like
Nice. Much.
and the one that is
I know what
attacking
the
you is
three
going to
dicks
take
are.
another strike. And is okay. He kind of looks at you and tries to stab right at your side, and it slips just around. You can feel the magic just nudging the blade out of the way.
On Cormier's turn, can I roll a perception check?
The others are calling out. I did not prepare these ahead of time. And I'm not sure I would have. I'm not sure I would have said them if I had. Are making raucous jokes about swords and aim.
Nice. Okay.
Fair. Totally fair.
That's, Vera.
Oh, I'm munching my popcorn.
What about
Munching your
Cormier?
popcorn.
Can he? Does he even see anything?
In
Like,
his
what would
haze?
Cormier do in this
He's
instance?
a little incapacitated, and if Mary dies, this works. Because I was Cormier.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
Josh asked me last session, he's like,
Sorry.
if they kill your character, is that okay? And I said, yes.
Again,
Kill her.
we totally will let these people kill you.
Oh,
I need
Liliana.
her body, okay?
Liliana, he's right on you.
Great. I'm going to cast Crown of Madness. I need them to make a wisdom saving throw.
See,
Awesome.
what's great about this is that it's fun either way.
It's true.
Uh,
And then I don't have five
No.
character sheet that I saved.
Great.
9.
They have to use their action before moving on each of their turns for the next minute and make a melee attack against a creature that I choose, and I want him to go after the king. Yeah.
Oh, Vera just
I'm
like,
leaving.
How
munch,
far
munch.
can he move?
I
He
hug
has
her.
to use his action before moving to make a melee attack.
So he's got to attack somebody who's
Okay.
within range. So there is one other bandit within range.
Great, awesome. He can attack them that.
Oh,
Oh,
dang.
boy.
I'm not going after the king.
Okay, cool. This time he takes his blade, and you cast your magic, and you can all see just this crown. There's a description of the crown, isn't there?
Yeah,
There's another
a
king in
twisted
town.
crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness glows in his eyes.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Even from across the room, you guys can see like this dull orange glow just pulse in his eyes, and he just turns and takes a swing at the neck of the guy next to him, who's kind of laughing and comes out of a laugh just in time to see the blade and starts to duck, and it bites into the leather and slices through, and he's going to take damage,
Yeah, he is.
which means I have to roll for damage now.
This is the weirdest fight I've ever
This is,
Vera goes, hey.
yeah.
Talia's about to do something else. So
Oldie, daddy, crybaby. I think that's what she named all of you.
This one
Oldie.
This
I'm
one
the
pulls out his
crybaby.
sword.
Yeah.
Tullig, what the fuck? And pulls out his sword.
Nice.
wait,
Cool.
this one is here.
Every time you say it.
So
Someday it'll end.
DM, you know those things that we stayed last session and fixed up? You know, like hatred of mind control?
Yeah. I rolled a 54. Okay. No roll counts
Okay,
unless I call for
sure.
it. So if you
I
would
thought
like,
passions were just...
no, if you would
just go
like
for
to
it.
make a passion roll, you can
Okay.
roll a passion.
Okay.
Go for it.
52.
Yeah, you know this spell. I mean, you don't know how to cast it, but you know what it is. It's your hatred of mind control has triggered.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're going to need to do something about it, right?
Yep.
So
Nope.
it doesn't mean you have to attack.
Right. Nope.
But you are inspired to do something about it.
Do I see her flinch or react in some way to seeing that?
That will come to light when it's her turn and she can do something.
Okay.
Liliana. I'm sorry, you just cast
I
Crown
did
of
just
Madness.
cast my crown, yeah.
Still your turn.
Sweet. I'm gonna use my lightning breath to attack the guy who he's attacking too.
Oh, Vera and Grace are enjoying this immensely.
2?
See, I saw her
-8 charisma
stack up
modifier.
her D6 there, and I was like, I know what that's for.
2d6 at this point?
I think it's still 2. Let me
Yeah.
check.
I think it upgrades.
Yeah, it's 2.
2d6.
Nope, it's yes. No. Yes. Sorry. Not great, but 5.
Okay, cool.
Lightning
Blast
damage.
them.
Well,
Is he dead? Did I burn
Please
him to
be
a
dead.
crisp?
Then we can eat him.
lightning just spews from your mouth, and the bolt slams into this guy, and he lifts up a little bit, and then just slams against the stone wall behind, and just crumples to the ground. and you can see everywhere around. Oh no, I'm sorry. Anywhere where there was a buckle or a button or anything metal kind of on his body, and his hand here as well is just black with just these crazy spiderweb patterns of red. You don't know if he's dead, but he's definitely out, just out of commission. Cool. Are you gonna move?
Call me a bitch one more time.
That's what I get for making the Dragonborn breath weapon a bonus action.
No, I'm gonna
Real good at low levels.
Yeah, I'll go back maybe about 10 feet, kind of get a scope of what's going on.
Okay, cool. So for the one that you crowned with madness,
yeah.
Does it say anything other than he's got to use his action to make that attack?
Yeah, he just has to use the action to make an attack.
So he can still move and do stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to make an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
He's going to look at his arm in horror and go, "What did you do?"
Okay.
Take a swing at you as you turn. 7.
Nope.
So you don't see it, but you kind of feel the mage armor pulse again, and you start to run.
I don't run. I mosey.
I'm sorry. You
I'm a mosier.
Apologies.
Away.
You mosey away.
I mosey on back, and
about
now
30 feet, 20 feet,
go
15 feet.
15. We'll say 15.
Okay, you can
we'll
mosey 15
Yeah,
feet.
I'll go. It's a long range spell, and I've got it. So.
Talia.
No, see, and
hold
this has been bothering
Give me 1 second. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 52.
See, it's funny because like Almania's idea of like charming is like having like a crowd get like really excited and like dancing and fun, and this is like
No,
I'm gonna just.
You've been on my list ever since you did that to Cormier, because as angry as I was at Cormier, he didn't deserve that.
Yeah. Liliana has no regrets. No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Cool. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, she doesn't have time to think rationally about this, so.
Probably okay in this situation.
Is there, like, rocks in here? Like, are there loose stones?
Whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one up and chuck it at her, aiming for her hands. Whatever she makes her somatic components with.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Roll an attack roll.
Because I'm not dumb enough to necessarily give myself away and cast magic.
Sure.
What do I add to that? My dex? Because it's thrown?
Yeah, dex mod, no proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so that's just a 10, an 11, so that'll miss her. Yeah.
An 11? Okay, as you turn and mosey away, you just suddenly, whoa, as a rock just goes whizzing past your head, and you can see Talia as she's recovering from her throw. You looking for another rock?
That's my action.
Okay.
And here I was.
But are you kind of
us a
looking
favor.
around, prepping for the next one, or no?
Do I... Like, it's a one thing, right? It's a one-off thing. Like, I can... It's just like a momentary burst of fury or whatever.
Okay.
So, no. I'll just kind of go, oops, probably shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
I'll look at Vera and see how horrified she looks, and
Not
then be
horrified,
like, oh
just
dear.
like... Maybe
Oh no, why is he typing?
not the time and not the place?
He's sending an email.
Just let them kill each other. Yeah, I know, that just kind of happened. It was kind of like the thing with the ghouls earlier.
Okay, Shoji, I just sent you another email. I'm sorry.
I
sent
understand.
Bethany.
You didn't
fine.
like that thing that she did.
You're the one who calls Anastasia Gwendolyn. You just forget that her name is Anastasia.
And Shoji, you're up. It's fine. The email doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing at the moment.
Okay, I have a few questions. Does the show know if this kind of thing happens a lot, or is this like really a lot of excitement?
Other than a year ago when you all got thrown down here and there were the initial sorting out of what the social order down here is going to be like. Other than that, you have not seen any attempts to unseat the king.
And does it seem like this might be a big enough distraction to make an escape attempt compared to like in the middle of the night or something like that?
There are no ghouls that you can see.
Okay, I'd like to do two things. I'd like to make all of those newcomers, except for the one fighting, aware of my plans, like, let's escape now or never. I want to say it's now or never, follow my lead. And I would like to try to incite the whole crowd, if I can, to, like, go almost, like, mob style. Like, have everyone be a big fight kind of thing, if that seems possible for all these people down here.
Man, I started a riot. I am so down. I feel like the guy from Avatar is like, hey guys, riot! And everybody just
You guys want to fight? Easiest
Okay.
ways to start a fight. You
Shoji
guys wanna
starts calling out into the cavern.
fight.
It's time to escape. This is the distraction we need. We're making a break for it, etc. Now, if you guys leave, right, you're leaving Elmanya's body behind.
I know. I'm kind of like.
I mean, we're all in the. I think even Mary is in the
Kill
the-
Liliana, keep her body.
Right, we're in the car of
Yeah.
or the bandwagon of screw Liliana, but Elmanya's body. So that's just a note.
That's a suggestion.
A thing for you.
Okay,
But we do know that they have called souls, specific souls, to inhabit bodies.
Yeah.
At the same time, there are a lot of ghouls outside of this place. I'm not entirely sure now is the opportune moment.
Okay. So Shoji, are you doing anything else with your turn?
I would kind of try to gather the newcomers around me, kind of like back, as in like everyone else surge forward while we kind of flip away, or, like kind of heat up the riot as much as I can, maybe like throw a stone or something like that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just three persuasion checks as you're calling out to the crowd, trying to get them all riled up. And by crowd, I mean all of the unknown number of people who are hiding in their tents and are out of sight.
Ooh, that's a natural 19, so...
Okay. Second one.
So, it's a natural 18.
Okay.
Last one, come on. That's another 18.
Damn.
Plus 4.
Okay, so total of 23, 22, 22. Okay. You do that.
You're up before me.
Yes. I'm sorry. It is Cormir.
Cormier's just doing whatever he does, which is like nothing right now because
Okay.
he doesn't have any of his stuff, and I do not want to be responsible for killing Devin's character. So
Fair.
Cormier is drunk.
Well, if everybody dies, then Cormir dies. Bandits. Oh, I'm sorry. It's their turn. Sorry, I'm not using the stat block for bandits for these people. What are you talking about?
I wonder if there's
Okay. Well, at this
I'm
point,
working on it.
the king is just staring at the one guy's body and is just like, shh, get her! And they're all coming after you.
All right. Well, I have my one guy protecting me, sort of.
Yep.
He's
So,
gonna make some attack.
The guy with the crossbow picks it up and takes a shot at you.
Okay,
That is a 22 to hit.
that'll hit you.
Okay. And then there are 4 other than that. There were 6. You killed 1. 1 shot a crossbow. So 4 attacks then. As they run up and attack you with the short swords.
There's 3 who is still attack.
No, because there were 6. You killed 1. 1 shot a crossbow. So there's 4 left.
No, because you said there are 7, but 6 of them are regular. One of them is the king.
No. Yes.
Yeah, so that means that I have 1 under my control. 1 of them is dead. That means there are 4 of them.
So
one of them
what
shot
are
a
the
crossbow.
ongoing effects of Crown of Madness?
He's got to keep attacking. He has
Whoever
to
she
spend his
chooses.
turn making an attack against whoever I choose.
Double check that, because I think it lasts, but he gets a periodic save.
He does get a save. Yeah,
When? At the end of his turn or the beginning of his
at
turn?
the end of each of his turns.
Okay, so he would have gotten 1 at the end of
Yeah.
that turn. 19 plus nothing.
I think that's that definitely
So he is free. So
Okay.
4 attacks against you.
So am I
Okay, so there
It
are
was,
4.
it was
Okay.
a 6, a 3, a 6, a 4, and a
Started
13.
riot.
And then the
I'm so
4th
proud.
attack is a 5.
13 barely, but yes. No, wait,
No,
none of them do. I have
you've
mage
got
armor.
the mage armor.
Ha! Ha!
Man,
Okay.
we keep trying to kill you.
Sure,
know.
it's not concentration.
It's not.
Okay,
What is it?
cool.
Mage armor? No.
All righty then. Vera, what you doing?
Go. I'm going to get us some equipment. I am going to... I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Can I give you sort of, if something happens, one thing will happen, and if another thing happens, something else, I will do something else? Let me run it by you.
You can tell me those things.
Okay, so I'm intending to sneak around up to the body of
Okay.
a man who's been downed
Okay.
and steal his stuff. However, if I am seen, I will look like I'm attempting to save his life. Like, oh, I'm a poor dear.
That part of the cavern is a good bit away,
Yeah.
so you'll need to use your movement and your action to do it.
Yes.
Or her bonus
But you
action.
can get to the body.
Yes.
Oh, or your
Movement,
bonus action because
to
you're
get
a
there.
rogue and a monk.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I mean, the monk doesn't matter at this
Monk
point.
part
She
doesn't
have
matter.
key, but
Right.
Yeah.
rogue matters.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you get up to it. Roll a stealth check.
Eh?
You
Depends
gotta
on how good it
You
is.
gotta roll it first.
No, roll my...
Oh, that sucked. It's true. This is
Oh my
cursed.
God.
I told you
It's
to
only
roll
a
mine.
7.
Can I see the die? It's a 12.
It
Having
still
a day.
hasn't
Really
rolled
hoping
above
for a
the
20,
10
just
But
for-
again,
kind
if
of-
someone catches me, I'm
Yeah.
trying to save
So, I'm sorry, what was your total?
It was a 7.
A 7? Sure. You get up there, and 2 of the other guys near the fire kind of turn
And
to
I
you
start
with their
doing
swords.
like fake CPR.
Roll a performance check.
Why is it always
Roll
performance
my
and not
die.
deception?
Because deception is when you are trying to lie. Performance is when you are trying to make
Make a
it
show.
look as if you are doing one thing when really you're doing another.
But someone said that performances are always deceptive.
True.
Someone said that at this table.
Sure. But we're talking about the nature of performances, not what she's doing right now.
Oh,
I told you.
dang. 21.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I'm totally saving his life.
Sure, you start totally saving his life. What you're really doing
While
is
running over him looking for his weapon, his anything metal, anything useful. Real fast.
Yeah, you find no coins.
You don't want me to roll for that.
No, I'm rolling that into the performance check
Oh.
because you are trying to do one thing and make it look
Yeah.
like another. You did it so well that you get to do that one thing.
This
Yeah, I'm not
dice.
going to make you get
That
through 2
dice.
gates
Yes.
to do the thing you want. He's got a short sword.
Excellent. It's mine now.
He's wearing leather armor, which is going to take a bit to take off, so that's not something that you could grab. It's also way too big for you.
Yep.
He has a small carved figurine. You can't quite make out the features. It's got armor and a sword, but it looks very smoothed, as if it's been rubbed like a charm. And that's pretty much all he's carried.
Also, you were saying that he's got metal bits on his armor.
Yeah, all of the metal buckles, metal rivets, whatever, are all gone.
Oh, they're
And
gone.
there are just
Never mind.
black scorched spots where they all were.
Excellent.
Yeah, so
I was totally saving
the
his
leather
life.
armor is pretty ruined.
Okay. I was wondering if there are any buckles / metal things that I could rip off and use very quickly as shivs.
All the metal is gone. It's probably around here somewhere, but it went flying off at a pretty rapid velocity.
As I'm doing fake CPR, I'm just like, I'm doing what I can, but I don't think he's going to make it. I'll say this in the direction of the king.
As soon as the 2 guys looked at you, the only 2 of them kind of looked over and noticed. As soon as they are convinced that you're trying to save his life, which is weird, but okay. Let's kill the lightning spewing dragonborn first.
Is it my turn yet?
It is
Which I can use.
Liliana's turn. I was gonna say, no, wait, you're not on my list.
How
Liliana.
many people can
Liliana.
I get in a 15-foot cone?
Everyone except for me. Hopefully.
Based on this one, because they've fanned out around you and they are all within melee range. So the cone to them is really short, and you moved 15 feet away, so you're not in range of anybody other than these 4.
How about if I use a sorcery point and double it to a 30-foot cone? Can I get the king too?
Yeah, you could get one guy and the king.
Okay, sweet.
Please tell me I'm not in
Awesome,
that range.
I'll do that. Can they all make a dex
This
saving
doesn't
throw?
require any material components at all?
Nope.
It's her lungs.
Cool, okay.
I know it's burning hands. Yeah,
I
can
also
you make
murdered them
some
both.
dex saving throws for me?
Oh, I could.
That's...
Do I have to?
Here, can you take this back and now that I've cursed it with my virus, it better roll like it sucks.
This is the king.
She doesn't actually have the virus.
Natural 19. I shit you not.
This dice only likes you.
And
You're its
other
true
boy.
Thank you,
owner.
Alice. And
I hate you.
which one do you want? Do you want the one with the one that you crowned with madness? The one with straight, dirty copper hair? The one with fine braided hair and a beard?
Damn.
Or the muscly guy with
She
a wide
doesn't care
face?
about me.
Muscle.
Kind of the muscly guy with a wide face.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm into
yeah,
that.
go for it. Roll that damage.
Oh, I need to know if you saved or not.
That's cocked. 15 plus...
Yeah, that's...
Okay, so they both saved.
That's fine. They're all still going to take 6 points of burning, of fire damage. And if there's anything flammable in the area, it sets on fire.
Yeah, a bunch of those tents are in flames now.
Nice.
Way to start a
She's
riot
not
gang.
with us.
And there are definitely
We have had
screams
made
coming from
no
within some of
indication
them.
that she is.
She is not with us.
30-foot cone's a good cone.
She is not with us.
Yep.
We don't know who this person is. They just threw us down here in jail with her.
Oh, that's 6 halved. I'm sorry.
No, she rolled
Was-
12.
was-
She halved it
You
for you.
rolled 12?
Mhm.
I
Oh,
rolled
okay, good,
13,
good.
but yes.
Okay. And this guy is now at...
We fellow DMs tend to do that. We give our damage already half.
Okay. We do. Try and be
Just
good.
just
It's
let me know.
part of the
just,
service.
Just let me
Getting
know when
offered.
you're doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and I don't think I have any more bonus actions.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Already then.
I just start spewing fire at people. I want to freak them out,
This
too.
is like
I kind of want to be, like, very intimidating. Like,
Yes.
I am that person who is coming to burn you to death, kind of thing.
she deserves that.
Okay.
Can I yell? Everybody run! She's mad!
Well, lots of people do come out of their tents in response to Shoji's call. About 7 of them are immediately incinerated. Their tents set on fire. Some people kind of run over to you. Rolled a 23, a 22, and a 22. A few people run over to you, and you suddenly notice the vast majority of these, pretty much all of them are women. You see no men, and the vast majority of them are very pregnant.
Oh.
Can we please murder all these people? Not the
Um,
women.
What do you think
these
I'm
guys?
doing?
Maybe we'll just let her do it for us and we leave.
I know.
With
I'm
them.
trying, man.
So,
I mean, my plan was to just intimidate them and then seduce the guy and then get us all stuff, but clearly that didn't work, and so now I'm just blowing shit up, so, you know.
could have backed down.
But why?
But Liliana doesn't do that
Liliana doesn't
shit.
do that shit. This
She's
is
sick of
Liliana.
hiding.
Nah, she's
All right.
that bitch.
5 of them kind of run over in varying states of pregnancy. Kind of go, okay, we're sick of this. What are we doing? One
Grab a rock.
one woman runs over and is carrying 3 wooden poles. How many? How many did she have? Okay.
Monk weapons.
They're all she is kind of brushing dirt and mud off of them. They look like they've been buried, and you can see as she kind of scrapes off towards the end, they come to a point. And it's really rough. It looks like
Nice.
basically it was sharpened by taking
I
the
like
edge of
her.
it and just
Resourceful.
rubbing it against stone.
Told you
Right.
anything
And then
can
basi-
become pointy given enough time.
And then carrying what looks like some kind of dirty old fisherman's net and runs over.
Are you making her a Murillo? A Murillo gladiator?
You can see, as she runs up to you,
Murillo gladiators fought with nets and a spear. It was awesome.
she has several tattoos coming down her left forearm.
Screw Liliana, we're taking her with us.
Yeah.
She's joining the party. Sorry, Mary.
I don't want Liliana. I want Omanya, okay?
Beth, this is the person I emailed you about. All right, well, and holds out one of the sticks to you.
I've given no indication I'm part of this except for yelling, "She's mad, run!"
No, but you are new.
I guess I am new.
You are probably one of the healthiest
And you-
looking people
and
there, and
you've
you are
got-
not pregnant.
And you've
Well,
got
dearie?
that fighting look in your eye.
Well, dearie?
Oh,
The
sorry.
king?
Also, Shoji, you have none of your equipment. Sorry. That was one of the notes that I was going to give you. You have none of it. Yeah.
Well, dearie, the king dies tonight, shall we?
You sure you don't want some kind of better plan than this?
He dies tonight, he's a fat man, you've got a net. Let's go. Easy to
Right.
catch.
So are you taking one of the spears?
I don't need one, I got a short sword.
Okay,
You
cool.
hang on to that, Lovey.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're actually all the way up there. So I'm
I'm at
sorry.
the
You're right.
king,
You're not
yeah.
even there. Runs up to you,
Okay,
holds
never
out a
mind.
spear.
I don't know what to do with this, but I'll try.
Stab them with the pointy end.
I was about to say, stick him with the pointy end.
Okay. Turns to Cormier, hands him a spear.
Cormier, it's just like we did on the Monk Island with the poles, right?
Kind of takes it and like sticks it into the ground and starts trying to like climb and balance on top of it. Okay. Hands one to you, Shoji.
I like this lady, let's kill the king.
What's your name?
Murder,
Are you in charge now?
Name's later. Kill the king now.
Okay, later.
She kind of looks back towards the
Dad
entrance.
jokes, nice.
This would have been better at a different time, but I guess now's as good a time
Is
as
she
any.
pregnant, just for point of clarification?
She is not.
Okay, good.
Okay, I was going to say, is she going into labor? Is that what's so bad time? She's like, well, wonderful. Sorry.
We really need to hurry.
Yeah. Gotta get water.
So you took one. Shoji, are you taking a spear? Shoji is taking a spear. She looks at what Cormier is doing with it. Takes it back from Cormier and has the net and goes, okay, let's go.
I'll follow your lead.
Do I see this from my position up nearer the king? I think I
You
am.
are currently searching over this.
Instead of taking the full,
body.
I thought that took my turn.
Yeah, that was on
Now
your
on to
turn,
the
and when it
next.
comes back to your turn,
You're done.
then you're doing new things.
Yeah, I understand. But I guess I thought that would not take as long. Never mind.
What you do with your turn took your whole turn. So whatever you described to me, right, you did that for your whole turn.
Yeah, but we're on to somebody else's turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Talia.
I'll follow her lead.
Okay. She starts running forward.
Okay, I'll go with her.
Okay. Shoji, you're up.
Does that take my action, DM? Do I need to...
Actually, you know what we're going to do?
Hold
We're going to go ahead and
something?
pause there because it's 7. We're at a nice half point, and that'll give me time to grab
Okay.
minis and whatnot, and we'll actually set this
And
up.
But
murder
they'll
this
probably
dang
miss
fat man.
Probably
Woo!
lose.
Oh,
Enough for free.
Beth, how much time you got?
I have like half an hour.
Half an hour? Okay. We'll take a fast 10-minute break. We'll be back at about 13 after. And we'll see what happens in this fight.
Okay.
Awesome.
Join us again in 10 minutes. Welcome back to Iconic Productions It Gets
Leave
Worse
it on that note.
as we attempt to overthrow the dirty king of this dirty
No,
Dirty town.
we are not
place.
overthrowing him. We are freaking assassinating him. There's
with
a difference.
a tattooed lady and a bunch of pregnant women.
Yep.
So this is
Party.
it's gonna go great. I'm sorry, what page was I on? There we go. All righty then. It was Shoji's turn. So she handed you a spear. What are you doing?
Okay. I am going to continue to try to bolster this riot happening and kind of try to steer the group in the direction of that weak spot. At the same time, if I get close enough to a thug or an enemy, I will take a swing at it with this. Actually, What am I supposed? I should have been thinking about this.
So-
I'm sorry.
So just for your understanding of the scene, only 3 of the people who came out of the tents actually came to help you. The rest saw several others be immolated. They saw chaos and violence, and a bunch dove back into their tents. Others are fleeing towards more hidden parts of this cavern. You've really only got 3 helping. The rest are not really taking any direction.
Murder the king. Down with the king. Down with the king. Off with his head. Down with the king.
Death to the ground.
Ooh, we are in ideal flanking position, though. We've got members of our party on either side of that little bottleneck.
Yeah, except
Oh, you want to see it? Yeah. Let's see the battleground.
Can you see it now?
Can you see it? Yes. So this is King over here. Random crossbow dude. Me and body. Crowd around. Ooh, very fancy.
Yeah, so Vera checking...
the other way.
Vera totally performing CPR on the dead body. Fat King, enemy thug with crossbow, 4 enemy thugs surrounding Liliana, and then your tattooed friend next to you, next to Talia, are currently on their way.
You can.
Is that actually a laser pointer that I can
Yes.
use?
I told Grace she could keep.
Don't worry,
That's
I've already
the
poisoned it with my virus.
I'm sorry, what are you doing, Shoji?
The weak spot in the is that in the courtyard? We're not in the courtyard. Right
Yeah,
now, right?
that's about 100 feet back out in the courtyard. So you guys right now are underground.
Okay. So now we're pretty much just like hiding. We're killing thugs.
I mean, you don't have to, but that seems to be what the party's trying.
Kill the
Well,
king.
I probably would have harbored lots of dark thoughts for these people, so I will join in the killing.
Okay.
That's the most
You-
noble line ever.
You got it.
I will join in the killing.
Yep.
I will join.
That's how she joins. No, that's her official joining of the party. I think
Okay.
I will join in the killing.
You can almost get to them. Did you want to use your action to move the last 10 feet to get within range, or wait till next turn?
I'll wait till next turn because if I use an action just to get in range of them, and then
Did you want to hold an action?
Yes, I did. If one of them gets close enough, I will. Wait, how far away do I have to be
Don't
for it?
mind control.
Melee
Touching
range.
them?
Oh, I can inflict wounds. Oh, but if we're gonna be fighting our way out of here, yeah, I'll hold my action. If one of them gets close enough for me to use the spear, I'll do that.
Okay. I'm sorry, a note, these are really, really terrible spears. So in one-handed they do 1d4, two-handed they do 1d6.
Oh, okay. How about chill touch? Is that within range?
That's ranged.
Yeah, that's 120 foot range, I think. I know that now after
Then I will cast
Liliana.
chill touch on. Has the king or the thug next to him taken any damage?
The king has taken damage, as has one of the thugs around Liliana.
Okay. I'll cast chill touch on the king.
I'm delighted.
Okay, then. That's an attack roll, I believe,
Everything I
so you
wanted.
make a
I'm glad
ranged
you're
spell
making
attack.
my evening.
That's everything I wanted right there. Best dollar I ever spent. Don't worry,
I'm gonna
Josh.
take that away from you.
I will buy you one too. Okay.
I'm easily pleased.
I'm sorry, what's the roll again?
13.
He's fat. He doesn't have any armor. Hit him.
He's got a thick, fine layer of blubber.
He's stumbled out of his chair, and the ghostly hand appears, and he kind of goes, "Ah!" and shrinks away from it, and it grabs for him, but it misses.
but what was his reaction again? One
Yeah,
more
please do it
time
again.
with feeling?
No.
Yeah,
What
please.
did he do when he saw
No.
the hand? Do tell.
Do it again, and I'll do it again. You gotta earn these things. Okay. Sometimes I'm glad we don't have like a whole bunch of people watching, because somebody would totally do a supercut of like every one of those.
Yes, and it's great. It's
I'm sorry.
Just
You don't have to have a lot of viewers to have
to
that
have
happen.
that happen.
I happen to know a certain viewer out there
increases the likelihood.
who's really good on YouTube. You know who you are.
Don't give anybody any ideas.
I don't have to give them
That
ideas. They
is
get their own.
Shoji's turn. Cormier is drunk. And she's gonna go 25.
She's not leaving me behind, right? This all
30.
happens
Well,
simultaneously.
you were following.
ish. Okay.
Vera. No, I'm sorry. It's all their turn. They are gonna go ahead and encircle you, Liliana.
Sorry.
Just try to get rid of this threat before the others show up. So 4 attacks with advantage. 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now they can roll. 16.
Well, are you rolling that die?
I'm
Did you
not.
give
Got
it
his
back?
die back.
No, it's there by your.
So
Never mind.
16.
He doesn't have his
Okay,
die
good.
back.
19 and 19. This one rolled a 1 and a 3.
See?
So
I think I did
you
give him his magic
cursed
die
it,
back.
you dirty, horrible person. So you're going to take 4d6
Okay.
plus something damage. 4d6 plus 4. That's it? Okay. That's 12 points. So 16 points of slashing damage as you stand there and they just start hacking into you. You manage to dodge most of them, but you're getting cut here and there.
Okay.
And you are losing energy quickly, and then this guy's going to take a shot with his crossbow. That is a natural 20.
Whoa.
So you take
His
6.
magic die only for
Nope,
him.
missed the tray. You take 6, 7, 8. You take 9 points more of slashing. Piercing damage. That's a crossbow.
Okay.
Because it was cursed
As
for
now
me.
a bolt just jams into your arm.
Rude.
How much damage was that total?
That was 25.
Ooh. So you've got what, like 4 hit points left?
6.
6?
She's fine.
Okay. And nobody cares.
And I'm so sorry, Mary.
Nah, you
but we
good.
totally don't care.
I don't think Mary
I love that you
cares.
guys think that I
but
care about Liliana.
I just want
Mary
to
and I have
express
talked.
we
I
do
know
not
she
want
doesn't.
Pretty sure Mary's
Mary
trying to
die.
get killed.
I am!
Yeah.
But you did it by role-playing. So
Yes,
well done.
thank you. I worked really
It
hard.
was great.
Good.
Take some more of this.
Where's
suckers out for
initiative
us.
order? The king is gonna go and just shove his way back in here and disappears behind all the barrels and crates.
Don't worry. Did I see him leave?
Well, it is currently your turn. So did you want to look after the king, or did you want to look
I have
and
other
try and
things to
perceive
do.
something else?
I have other things to do.
What other thing do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to attempt to use this. Namely, I'm going to attempt to essentially sidle along the wall,
Okay.
stealthing
Towards
as
that guy?
quietly towards Crossbow Man.
So you are right in his sight.
So I am in his sight. I thought he's distracted by he's shooting at these people.
Right,
At this point.
right over you.
So he's been shooting over my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in plain sight.
Then I am going to. Can I just act panicked and run towards these barrels as if I'm looking to hide?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I'll take my bonus action dash.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So
Okay.
I'm now in the barrels, and he didn't shoot at me.
He did
or
not.
Whatever, he didn't care.
No.
Okay. Then, amongst said barrels, I will now use my action. I'm just going to hunt around in barrels. Anything useful?
Oh! You're not going to look for the king. You're just going to break
Well,
open
I'm
barrels.
going to go for the king, but I'm out of...
Sure,
I
go
could
ahead and-
go after him, but I'm
Go ahead and
out of
roll an
action.
investigation check.
Not good. It is only a 4.
4. You have time to kind of rip the thin nails out of one and open it up.
Nails?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You open it up and it looks like a bunch of ratty, dirty winter clothing. You kind of dig your way through it. It's just a bunch of boots and coats and whatnot.
That's all I can do, because that would have been an
Yep.
action.
Yeah, that was action, bonus action, and move. Okay. Liliana, you are surrounded.
What can I do? As I'm, like, looking at all of my spells. I don't have great spells, but, like... I'm gonna cast, Crown of Madness again. On one of them, and just hope that he's just gonna beat up one of the other ones.
Okay. Who are you casting it on?
The guy who I cast it on before.
That would be Tullid.
Tullid?
With a narrow face.
Baby.
We're gonna call that this guy, because he was the one who was right in your face. Well, actually, he has to roll first, sorry. It's a natural 20.
So tragic.
This is the new magic one. Wow. So that's action.
Well, I don't think I have a bonus. No, wait, I don't. I don't have that as my meta magic. I was like, there is a meta magic, and I was like, wait, no.
You gonna try to move?
I don't think I can.
I'm just asking.
I don't think I'm able to.
You can.
Where? How? I'm surrounded.
Yeah. You can go out any of these directions.
Oh. I'll just have at least 2 attacks opportunity from people, yeah.
You will have 4.
I'll just stay there.
Okay. Crowd's turn. Bunch of them flee screaming out of the cavern. Bunch more are kind of hiding in corners. Some just kind of came out and stared dully at what's going on. Actually, most. And then just kind of crawled back into their tent. What else is happening? Who else is in the crowd? Oh! She is. So she's going to run up here and go ahead and try and stab that guy.
Yeah.
She's flanking.
Not
Twice.
Sure
Or she could flank with Almanya.
She could.
Not Manya.
But that's a 24
That's our girl.
and a 21.
Let's keep her.
Yeah. Totally keep it.
But she's doing this one-handed because she's got the net.
Oh, so the net is not attached
4.
to the spears.
No.
Oh, okay.
6.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Plus 3, so 9
I was
points
picturing,
of damage on that guy.
Net and spears.
Yeah,
attached.
right here.
Like,
minus 9.
kaput.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she runs up and just jams it straight, so from this direction, kind of straight into his collarbone on this side, and just has him kind of pinned. He's looking super rough.
Excellent.
Talia, your turn.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to draw on my devotion to weak and sad people.
Okay.
That'll definitely cover
May
most of the
I?
people in this room.
Is that what is motivating you in this situation?
Yeah,
Is
otherwise
all,
I just
all
run
of
them
these people here.
away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your
She ain't doing it for Liliana, sorry.
Certainly I'm not.
devotion to the weak.
Ew, that's a 71 out of 60.
71.
So that's a no.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been an emotionally trying day, and as you kind of try to summon up that inspiration for these people who have just been subjected to horrible things, you can't quite find it.
Yeah. I will just run. No, I shouldn't do that because that's stupid because I am still hurt. Okay. I've seen other people casting magic,
Shoji, you're up next.
right?
You have seen Liliana casting magic.
But Shoji also cast.
She did.
She
Chill
cast
hand.
Chill Touch.
Chill
Sure.
touch.
And she was
right next to you, so you would
Yeah.
have seen the hand and the speech. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So I will I will scooch to where I have line of sight on dude over here close to Vera.
On crossbow man?
Crossbow man. Because it's 120 foot range.
Oh, we're there.
What are you shooting?
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Okay.
So
So you could get to there, so 15, 20, 25, 30.
It's within 120.
Yeah, you could get to there with no obstruction.
okay. Then
She's shooting over the body.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I wasn't thinking about the body. I was thinking about this curve here, just seeing if you had half. No,
okay.
you got full sight.
Sweet. Then I will hit him with Ray of Frost.
Roll that attack.
Hopefully. Just hit him. Has he taken any damage?
That one, no.
Could have worse. 9.
Okay. You reach up your hand and fire a bolt of frost, and it smashes into the wall here and scatters icy stone kind of across the floor.
Okay.
He flinches and then turns and looks at you.
Yeah, of course he does.
Shoji, you're up.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Alright, I'd like to cast Chill Touch again on whoever looks the most damaged.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a dude
roll that
dude.
attack.
That's another 7 plus 6.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. While it didn't hit the king, this one that your tattooed friend has kind of pinned, there's a spear kind of under his collarbone. You reach out and just rip through the air, and a ghostly skeletal hand appears near him. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Kill him.
4, and the ghostly hand just goes straight through his head, and he just crumples to the ground.
Nice, Soji.
Ray, which part of the day,
Okay.
I have to go now, but
That was awesome. First kill. Second kill.
yes, I'm so happy
yeah.
to meet you.
That body might be useful.
I have to go, but I'd like for a show to reserve the spell slots for like a possible like fight with ghouls, maybe like an actual escape attempt, and I'd like to use my best judgment according to what I know of this area and the situation for like making an escape with these people.
Okay, you got it. And you've cast no spells other than Chill Touch, which is a cantrip, right?
Yep.
So you got all your slots. Okay, thank you, Bev.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. Their turn. Well, okay. 2 attacks with advantage. 1 attack with advantage against Liliana. Oh, that's an easy. Okay, 21.
Yeah.
So you take 4 points, 3 points
She's still up, though. You got 6.
Mm-hmm.
of slashing. Well, okay. Second one's going to attack you as well, then. Put you on the ground. Double natural 20s.
You're kidding.
With advantage, that
gosh.
was 2 natural 20s.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I should
Down.
never have given you your lucky die back.
you're just... No, that
I'm
wasn't
curious.
actually... That was neither of them. It was this weird red one and then the blue one that you guys gave me for Christmas a couple years ago.
I'm curious though if I die, and if I like how
No,
much damage.
it's
this is gonna
6 plus a d6, so 8 plus... So you only took
Okay.
9 points of damage. That wasn't 2 natural 20s. That was one person rolling with advantage.
do. Oh, okay.
who just happened to roll 2 natural 20s. And then this guy's going to come around here and attack Shoji. Standard roll.
But for you, can we
18.
pull a Batman? Like, we're not going to kill you, but we don't have to save you.
That's good.
You could do that, yeah.
So Shoji takes
I
2
just wanna see
points
how
of
mine
damage.
me
3 points.
Return the
Yeah.
afterlife and stab her.
Okay.
Stab her into oblivion.
No,
And
Omanio
then
would viciously mock
The guy
her
with
to
the
death.
crossbow is going to take a shot at you.
Sure.
She'd viciously loot her.
You still have your mage armor up.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just trying to beat a
That's in the
15.
pizza.
It's in the pizza.
That is another natural
Take his dice away.
What's the total on that?
20. That's an 8.
But shield wouldn't matter anyway because it's a natural 20.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so that's
fine.
an 8 plus 8.
I'm out.
You take
Maybe not.
17 points of piercing
Are
damage
you out?
I've got 3 points left.
Oof.
as a crossbow
Yeah, you
bolt
run.
just slam.
Duck.
Oh, wait a minute. Do light crossbows have the loading quality?
Yes.
Yes? He can't do that until he takes an action.
Right. That's what I'm wondering here.
Yeah, I think the only ones that don't are my hand crossbows like mine.
I think actually all crossbows take the loading action
It
unless you
does
have,
have loading.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, he just would have thrown that to his side. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He actually cannot get... Okay. Well, he runs up to you and brandishes a short sword.
Okay.
Damn it.
Good.
Okay. It's a wasted natural 20 right there.
Mhm.
Yep, I'm okay with that. Oddly enough.
Well, fine.
Did Cormier get a turn in there somewhere? Because I feel like the dudes
The
have gone
magic
twice
and
since.
stuff would have given him a kick to his butt too.
What would have?
Seeing all this magic nonsense going on.
True.
I feel like we've skipped his turn.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Is
had a
anybody
turn.
planning on getting Elmania back up?
I have
Liliana?
no way of getting her
I'm
back
sorry,
up.
Liliana.
I don't think any
No,
of us have
But
any
like
way of
stabilizing
getting her back
and
up.
preventing her from dying.
We know.
I'm gonna pull the Batman. I'm not gonna kill you, but I don't have to save you.
I was just
Yes.
asking.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here.
So go ahead and give Cormier to Mary.
Is Cormier going to do anything?
Cormier
He's getting
He's
a
the
kick in
judge.
the butt from the magic. He doesn't like it.
Cormier is now drunk, but watching all
Well,
of this
but
magic
it's
happen.
been a while since he's had anything to drink.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
should
he's
be
starting
wearing
to
off
sober
by
up.
now.
So when we come back around to Cormier, you're up. Crowd's turn. Continuing chaos. Everybody has now, at this point, sequestered themselves somewhere, so kind of the yelling in the cavern has gone down other than this intense knot of combat right here. And a bunch of people have gone outside. You can still hear yells from out there. And it's your tattooed friend's turn. I'm sorry, you're down. Who's going to leap across the body and
Hell yeah.
stab at that person who
Dude,
you
awesome.
hit
Key
earlier.
perk,
2
key
attacks.
Oh, is that the big?
Come on, it's a 9 and a 10.
Aw.
That's horrific.
But she has a +10 to hit.
She
does.
doesn't.
She totally does, because out of sheer coolness.
Oh,
Yeah, she's too
She's
badass.
like 15th level.
These guys
Come on,
suck.
she's a
That's
15th
bad.
level monk. She's got +10 to hit and flurry of blows.
Obviously.
yep, all of
Love
those
her.
things. Talia, you're down.
No, she's not. It didn't
Oh, I'm
hit.
sorry, it didn't hit her. Yeah.
Did we skip Vera's turn?
I think you skipped my turn.
Oh, and it's Vera, then Liliana. Right.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I skipped everybody's
I
turn.
am going to run as quickly as I can after the king. And do I catch him? He is
Woo!
slow.
Okay.
Hopefully.
You don't see him. This only continues back to about there.
I've cornered him, in other words.
Yeah. So there's boxes and
So do I see
barrels
him?
and
He's
all
hiding behind.
kinds of stuff. He's hiding somewhere. So yeah.
Look around,
You
I
wanna try and
call,
find him?
and I'm going to call out, King Bottom. How long of a speech am I allowed to give upon a turn?
6 seconds.
Okay.
25.
Sorry.
These people are here to kill you unless you listen to me.
Power move.
You hear a box falling over, kind of right in that corner.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You did I move you at all?
He rolled a
You
natural
moved
one.
me to here.
Okay. So you've got 15 more feet of movement.
I'll walk towards him slowly.
5, 10, 15. Okay. Just on the other side of those boxes.
Bottom.
Come out.
Dearie.
Come
Are you
out
trying to
for
convince him to come out, or are you trying to creep him the hell out?
Both.
Okay.
It's intimidation / persuasion.
Here's
got it.
Johnny's.
Liliana.
Yeah.
Liliana, go ahead
I-
and just a death save. Yeah, I skipped your turn.
11.
11. Okay, you succeed. Crowd. Now it's Talia's turn.
Okay.
Angry man, short sword, right in front of you.
Okay. I will disengage.
Weapons with loading qualities suck when you only have 1 attack.
Yep.
You will disengage.
And
okay.
back the fuck up.
5, 10, 15, 20,
And
25,
I will
fuck.
attempt. Is there any place I can get cover before I move? You've moved me my full.
Probably there's a
Is there
tent or there's
somebody I
something.
can hide behind, get cover? If I scoot around the other way, can I crouch behind body?
This opens up and curls around this way a little. This side of the chamber does kind of that. I don't know how much of that actually appears on camera.
Should get around that corner.
You could get out of sight of some of them. This guy's gonna watch you go, but
It'll have disadvantage
But you
if he
could go to
tries
there.
shoot you because you're
Okay.
probably within his
Okay.
close range.
It doesn't matter on a crossbow.
action. Disengaged.
Yep.
Okay. Shoji's turn. Shoji's gonna stab her spear at that guy.
Awesome.
Because Shoji's got a spear
After
now.
all, since I failed my devotion to the
Well,
weak
she rolled
roll,
a 2,
I
so
might
I'm not
as
gonna
well
bother looking at her sheet.
run away
That's awesome.
instead of.
Shoji runs up, jams it at the thug who just knocks it aside with his short sword.
I think my favorite comment on Devin's thing is cannibal ?
I think I missed that.
Devin, you're fantastic.
Don't read things from his
I'm trying to figure out what his stuff
brainstorming.
is. I'm trying to see what
He
stuff
doesn't
I
have any of his stuff.
Out
It's
of
easy.
context
He
notes
has
are
a
way better.
Their
crappy
turn.
I don't
spear.
know what his
This guy
abilities
is going to
change.
run after you
I know.
Oh no.
and make an attack. 7.
Nope.
Good.
Cool. Can I have just the natural 20 that came from before?
Nope.
and just-
Would you let me do that?
Totally. I always no.
So can
Absolutely not.
I go back and divine that roll then?
Nope. Yeah. Okay. 2 attacks with advantage against your tattooed friend.
No.
Missed the tray.
I think I fell down.
That's a 16, which is going to hit because she's not wearing any armor at all, and a 14, which is also going to hit. Okay. And she gets hit twice. 6, 5 plus 2 is 5 plus 7. Thank you. Which gives me. All right. So they both run up, and she manages to deflect both of the swords, but she's her energy is zapped. Where are we? Did I skip Vera and Liliana again?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's
No, they
because-
go after the fighters.
Yeah, so the... Oh, I'm sorry, the fighters were attacking, not her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Vera, you're up.
I'm just going to say.
I'm sorry, the king does something because he's one of them. Okay. You don't see anything.
Listen, dearie. You've seen them. Sorcerers, wizards, necromancers. I have no idea. They're my friends, and I'm your only hope.
You can roll either persuasion or intimidation.
Come on. I'll stick with persuasion. It's still only a 10, though. Come on. I can't roll for
But
crap
he
in the
don't.
last 2 games.
Are you going to do anything after that? So you've said that. You've still got action movement.
I'm just going to stand there
Okay. You stand there.
with my
Liliana,
sword out.
death save.
17.
17. Okay.
She
Now
doesn't
it's
like to die.
now it's her turn. Your friend kind of looks at the one behind her, looks at the one in front, takes the spear and just jams it. 2 attacks. And he manages to deflect both strikes as he kind of backs up. This is the one that you had initially crowned with madness.
Nice.
I'm sorry, actually, who's dead at this point? That one's dead.
A bunch of people are dead.
This one's dead.
This
And
one, that one.
You're dead. Right? 3 of them are down? at
This
point?
this one's dead, and
Nope.
you're dead.
I think only 2 of them.
Only 2 of them are dead.
So there's still 4 left.
Yes.
Plus the king.
Plus the king, who's currently useless.
I'm working on
I think he's always been useless.
Okay.
it. Yes.
Talia,
Dumb.
back to you.
So he's up in my business right there.
Yeah, he's way up in your business.
How he got to be the quote-unquote king? What
Is
are
he
his
too
actions?
close for me to attack him with the stick thing?
No, you can attack him with the stick thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, stick thing.
What do I add to that?
That's just gonna be strength.
Our best stat.
Yeah, it doesn't have range, so yeah, no disadvantage. So straight roll with strength. You got it. Nat 20. Nat 20.
7.
You've also got a divination roll. I mean, it's too late now, but you have
Well,
a divination roll.
I thought of it, and it wouldn't have worked because I have a -1. So it's only a 12. So it would have been an 11. So that wouldn't have hit anyway.
Okay, you got it.
I considered it.
He's all up in your grill, and you kind of take a tentative
I'm not
stab,
good at this stuff.
and he just kind of smacks it away with his hand and raises his sword.
Okay.
And it's Shoji's turn, and she's going to try and stab that guy
Stab, stab, stab,
Stab,
stab.
stab.
and miss the tray.
That was the second.
Hey, that's a
20th on the
17,
ground.
or it's a
Nice.
14 plus. It doesn't matter.
Good job, girl.
Raw hits. This is a d6. Ooh! She does 6 points of damage to him. And that's her turn. So she reaches up with her spear and manages to kind of jam it
Don't
into
forget
his
Cormier.
thigh.
Oh, Cormier has a...
Cormier's turn.
I had a turn well. I don't know what he can do Because obviously I don't have a warhammer.
Spells.
He is unarmed.
Right, what spells do I
He
have?
is
Because
Unarmored.
the only thing on here is Mage Hand and Light, and I am like 99% sure that he has more
He's
than
done
that.
a Misty Step before, and within our vision.
I like that.
I'm pretty sure that's all
Oh
he
God,
has.
look at the time. Devin, your
that's
opinion.
what he has at the moment.
What?
That
What does
is
he have? Just
Oh, it
Light
might
and
change
Mage
by
Armor.
light and
season?
mage armor.
Mage Hand.
Mage hand, I
That's all he has.
mean. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He can hit things.
With my fists.
Yes. He actually has something to strength, so that's helpful. He has the spear thing.
He does have a
He
spear.
No.
doesn't.
Oh, she
Oh,
took
yeah,
it
she
away
took it
from
back
him.
from
That's
him.
right.
On
He
a
tried to
melee
climb
hit,
it.
I can expend a spell slot to do 2d6 bonus force damage.
Do it. Heck.
And I
So
can...
what do you
Do a haymaker at one of these guys.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna
whack,
just run up and club a dude, because I'm pissed.
You're still way back there,
Okay.
so it'll take your action and your movement to get up into here in melee.
Okay, sounds good.
So you run up. Ah!
He doesn't.
Run towards the one by Delia.
He doesn't
Okay.
care about me. He wouldn't do that.
True.
It's vaguely true.
He just sees people
Well-
and is like, go ahead.
Okay,
Out.
Bandit's turn.
Okay.
Attack against you. 22.
He would let them kill me and say, "Wow, one less wizard in the world! Yay!"
Yeah, pretty much. So you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Still up. It's okay. Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I thought you only had 3 left.
No, that was
when
after
your natural
the
20 that
that-
didn't.
Oh, that was
happen.
after the natural
Yeah.
20. Gotcha.
So I took
okay.
how much? I'm sorry.
So you just took 6.
Okay. I mean, I'm below half, but I'm still up. And what was the total? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was
6.
No, the total to hit me.
22.
Oh, yeah, I would have hit anyway.
Okay. 2 attacks against your tattooed friend. Actually,
Tattoo friend.
Well, so
Tattoo
she just
friend.
did some
Oh,
damage
she's
to
my
them,
fave.
to be fair.
Shoji just... Yeah, well, so he's attacking him, but he's going to turn around and engage the person who just ran screaming up behind him. So,
Yeah, drunk
attack.
screaming.
10. Oh, actually does hit.
It does.
He's
Because
not
his
wearing
dex
armor.
is nothing.
What's your dexterity
It's
modifier?
0, but isn't it?
So unarmored
10?
is 10 plus your dexterity
Okay.
modifier. You got a meter beat. So 10 actually hits you.
Okay.
So Cormier takes 3 points of slashing damage. One attack against your tattooed friend is a 19 to hit.
I think he's whatever
Tattooed
I
friend
have
takes
written
another
on there is
4.
what he has currently.
Oh,
because
shut up.
what's his bucket healed him?
So he has 22.
Yeah,
Or
he's
is
at
44.
22 minus whatever he just took.
Okay.
I don't remember the number.
It was 3.
And then one attack against Shoji is an 18. So Shoji takes an additional 3 points of damage. And Vera.
I'm going to slowly walk around the barrel.
Okay.
I assume he's cowering behind it.
He lunges out at you,
Mm-hmm.
holding some kind of cloth bag, and he just goes, ah! And takes a swing at you. Oh! He rolled an 18.
It's not a dex save or something like that?
No, it's an attack. He's holding his action. Oh, I didn't know he could do that. Okay. So I'm assuming an 18 hits.
Does.
He is not proficient in bag of potato,
Really?
nor does he have a strength
No.
modifier. So it's a straight 18 to hit. It's an improvised weapon. You take 2 points
Ouch.
of bludgeoning damage.
I literally look at his face and go, ouch.
He's terrified, and it catches you off guard, and it slams into you. But it's a bag of potatoes.
How old does he
Ouch.
look?
Younger.
Is this like an early 20s guy trying to grow out his beard, or is this like he's in his 30s and still can't grow
It's
a beard?
kind of hard to tell underneath all the dirt.
I take my short sword and I just press it to his nose so that it's just making a little dint. And I go,
Sorry, that was totally unconscious.
call
Don't
them
poke
off
my nose.
or you're done.
Roll an intimidation check. With advantage, because it's fun.
It was that. Thank you for the event, but the first roll was a natural 18, so it was a dirty 20.
Okay.
You one scary old halfling lady. One scary
So-
old bald halfling lady.
Yeah. That almost makes it scarier.
Stop! Put your weapons down! Stop! Help me!
I can't hear you, Lovey. You're going to have
Sorry,
to get a
Katie.
little closer.
Okay. Well, he's gonna...
I'm going to frog march him with my sword behind his back.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And I am fully obscured by it, most likely.
You kind of are. So
he's just walking
5,
out
10,
under his
15,
own
20,
power,
25,
everybody.
30. Yeah,
Yes.
he
Does
kind of
that call for
runs
the
out there
love?
waving his hands.
Can I please be obscured? Please, extra please.
You're gonna have to roll me a stealth check for that.
Can I be stealth obscured behind him?
You have a bonus action to stealth, so sure.
It's another dirty 20.
You are pretty confident that nobody knows where you
I have to find the top. I'm so happy.
are. I'm excited about this all night.
She's been so ready.
Oh, I'm so ready.
I'm really hoping it shows
Okay.
up.
It does.
All right. You see a creepy floating head.
Cormier's like, that's not normal. Ow.
Okay. Cool.
Stealth cloak.
Stealth
cloak. This is also warm and very comfortable.
Good.
Okay. Cool. Liliana, you're up.
Gotta roll.
You guys hear the king's wobbly voice echoing through the cavern. Stop! No! Put your weapons down! Save
19.
Oh my god,
do
she's
what?
So my saving throw.
stabilized.
Oh, okay.
My death save.
She's stabilized.
Just go, oh my
So
gosh, she's
now,
stabilized.
now you guys will actually have to kill her if you want her dead.
Or someone else will accidentally step on her and, you know.
What's her face is gonna stab at the guy in front of her. And roll another 5. That's 3 5s
Who's a what's her face?
in a row, but she
Tattoo
gets 2
lady.
attacks.
Oh.
Oh, 24. That
Right.
worked. Yeah, that's... Oh, no, she's using this one-handed. It's a D4. So that's a 6.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Excellent. That's good.
Which is what was needed. Okay. She just jams this one. As the guy kind of turns to look at the king, just jams it straight through the jaw. And he just kind of... And then just drops to the ground.
Nice. Cormier.
Is
It's
it?
turn, right?
It is now Talia's turn. And then it's Shoji, and then it's Cormier.
I'm going to hold. No. I'm going to disengage again.
Okay.
And skirt around the edge where I can come back where I hear what's going on. Where I can see what's going on. Because
Okay.
I heard the king, right? You said we all heard it.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of scooch around. I'm out of melee of that dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're out of melee
yeah.
of everybody. Okay. Shoji is going to also stab at the guy in front of her. She's going to roll a 5 plus not enough. And Cormier, what's he doing?
Hey,
He's run up. The guy in front of him has kind of turned, and it's going to swing at him with a sword.
Question.
Yes.
I have Oath Weapon, so I can instantly summon my weapon if it exists within 60 feet of me.
Yes.
How tall is this cavern?
About 15 feet.
Okay. So, theoretically, could my weapon be within 60 feet of me? Like, in that wide of a radius? Up above?
Quite possibly.
Can I try and do that with
Sure.
my bonus action?
You will your oath weapon into your hand. Shit. Nothing happens.
Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna punch the guy in front
Roll an attack.
Hey, Maker.
This guy has taken 9 damage, I think.
He,
Oh, no, that was that
That's
guy.
a 23 to
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna-
it's just a D2. So roll a D4 and have it.
Oh, wait.
So that's 1.
That's 1.
And then add your strength modifier.
3. But I am also going to use my forced feedback, and I'm going to use a second level
So
spell.
does that require, what does it say?
On a melee hit, may expend spell slot.
Any melee
It
hit.
just says on melee hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna expend a second level spell slot to do 3d6 damage.
Yeah, roll a 3d6.
He did.
14
He did.
force damage.
You just run up. He turns
just beat a
and
man to
wildly
death.
jabs the spear at you, and you can feel as it just kind of cuts across your traps, and you just punch him straight in the face.
This was what happened the first time I ever played Jocasta with you in a one-shot. She punched a goblin so hard that its face concaved.
Oh,
and so I feel like I'm just redoing baby Jocasta again.
And as Odysseus
And now the classic teacher returns.
the beggar's face. I forget his name.
His name was...
Don't...
Hang on. Oh, because it has the terrible pun.
I know, there's the pun.
starts with
Somebody
an L.
now...
It starts with an L.
You sure?
Mm.
It looks like
No.
somebody is now... A pun.
Sorry, this is terrible.
See,
I love the
you
classic
said
teacher.
pun, and
This
all
is
I think of is
terrible.
no man.
Odyssey beggar.
No man is here.
Retyrus.
terrible. Yes. It's an O. You're right.
Osiris?
It's Iris.
Iris, right. Iris. Old Iros, now Retyros. That was the pun. That was the
For the
pun.
record,
And
it's
as
better
Odysseus,
in Greek, but it's funnier in English.
The Fitzgerald translation is fantastic.
Iris now retired.
As
I prefer
Odysseus
the Wilson
hit
translation.
Iros so hard in the face that his teeth caved in and his jaw became unhinged. So
Love
too,
Odysseus. What a
you
man.
punch him in the face and he falls back like the slow motion as the skin kind of folds around it. And then there's a second concussion and his jaw just shatters and goes spinning across the floor.
Bye.
Yeah, that one's dead. Woo! It's their turn. After the king yelled,
Is it one
and
dude?
two more of them just immediately went down. This guy turns and just kind of drops his sword and backs off into the corner. This guy also drops his sword and backs off. Would Shoji take that attack of opportunity?
Depends on her alignment, which we don't know yet.
Which I'm...
Do tell us what she does.
This is Beth. So,
Oh,
So
yeah,
Beth is
she totally
naturally
will take
chaotic
that.
evil.
Yeah, that's why we
Okay.
love her.
She kind of takes a jab and then backs away. Okay. The king at this point is just kind of sobbing and weeping. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Combat has ended.
Sweet.
You can still hear some kind of screams from up and outside, and a bunch of people are running back down into this cavern, and they just kind of scatter to corners and tents and hide.
I just keep poking him forward.
Well,
Okay.
I'll
Take the
You
weapon.
don't see Vera,
okay.
but the king just kind of walks out occasionally, just like flinching and just kind of wailing.
I'm poking him in
Excellent.
sensitive bits. as they go.
I will turn to the dude with the crossbow behind me.
Okay.
Right?
Picks up the crossbow and just kind of hands it to you.
I very
Takes off his quiver of bolts. Kind of hands that over.
thank you. Excellent. Why don't you go have a seat?
Look, we were just doing
I know.
what he told.
I know.
Look, if
I'm
we
familiar
didn't, then
with
we're
following.
the ones who get eaten. It's
I totally understand. I am familiar with following orders, but I think that you may be following different orders now. So first of all,
yeah, no, absolutely.
you leave all these ladies alone.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Pass it on,
Okay.
because I know a very powerful. You think this was something? I know an extremely powerful person who will put all of you in your place.
Roll an intimidation check.
With advantage, because they're already
terrified.
Yeah, with advantage because
Hell
yeah, they've already backed down from the fight.
Oh. Whoa.
Should have been rolling the twins. Okay, that'll be a 21.
Yeah, no, I'll keep it. I'll pat. Yep, no, I'll tell everybody. It's he's the only. Wait, who's still alive?
There's like one dude up.
Killed that guy. It's just the two of them, right? Hey, Vitero! Yeah, we're not touching anybody anymore. And he's over there like, yeah, nope, it's okay.
Excellent.
And he's gonna go and sit in the corner like you told him to.
Fantastic. Let's see, where is Vera? Okay.
They've moved. Yeah, they're right up
Okay.
to you guys now.
And I see Vera now?
From your angle, you can kind of see around. You can see her there, just kind of.
I'll take it off.
Okay.
now.
Oh,
So that's what she meant by
enjoyed it.
power.
I cannot
okay.
wait to watch it back.
I turned to the tattooed lady.
Well done.
Thank you. You too. I didn't do anything except miss. What is your name, friend? I'm called Talia.
Well met, Talia. I'm Kalara Schmidt.
Clara Schmidt. Okay. I guess last names are important too, I think. Yeah. Rusandol is my last name. Not that it means anything here. I have a lot of questions for you, but I suppose we'll get to them. I think that the king might have something he wants to talk about.
How badly do we need him?
Well, you should ask my small friend. She's, I think, the one who's in charge here at the moment.
Kalara kind of looks around.
She takes power where she finds it.
Admirable.
Yes.
Sorry, that's Josh's voice dropping. It's out of it.
Do you need some water? You okay?
Well, Voda, darling. What's her name?
Who? Her? Kalara Schmidt.
Now, here's a question for you. You seem to have had, control over the resources here, shall we say.
They just told me to keep order, and it's all you can have it. Just don't hurt me.
So there's a they, then, that you have contact with.
Yeah, the ghouls.
With the ghouls.
Yeah, they say keep order and just don't let anybody make noise and do this. You guys are ruining everything.
Oh,
So you, have, shall we say, diplomatic
Lilian is
channels
unconscious.
with the ghouls?
Cormier, kill him.
I'm sorry, what did you ask?
So you have, shall we say, diplomatic channels with the ghouls?
What?
You talk to them and they talk to you and they listen to you, dearie.
They tell me what to do and I listen to them or they'll eat me.
Well, seems fair. Interesting. So, when was your last contact that you had with them?
Shoji says, every couple of weeks they bring down more supplies and put it back there.
And they let him keep control over it.
Yes, he hoards it.
I see. So, it seems to me, my dear young man, that the only power you seem to have here is over the supplies, over the resources.
Yeah?
Interesting. Well, now they appear to be ours. And frankly, you have done some things to these ladies that I don't appreciate.
They're gonna be really mad.
They will.
Yeah, they're gonna eat you.
Really?
Look.
After we've just shown how useless your ability is here to keep the peace?
Look. Be my new guards. We can fix this. Your tattooed friend takes her spear.
Thank you.
Is anybody gonna stop her?
No, I'm going to assist her and cut this darn thing's throat.
What
Okay,
if
then.
he's right?
The two of you, he's got 3 hit points left. The spear just goes straight through his sternum, and you just draw the sword across his throat, and he just kind of crumples down.
Okay. And frankly, I look at the other 2 guards. The other 2 are sitting there. So did they.
Look, I'm just. She told me to sit. I'm just staying here.
He actually did do exactly what I asked him to do, Mrs. Mayweather, and he's pretty strong. Maybe he could be useful. He's probably better at fighting this thing than I am. I just took it because, you know...
Can you give me an intimidation check?
19.
This person just kind of shrinks against the wall. This guy turns and runs.
Would you, grab that fellow for me? Ladies!
I'm on it.
I call back over. Are there any of the women
She
left?
pulls the spear out of his body and just hucks it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, because we don't want him running off and talking.
Yes.
That's good. Okay. It jams into his leg, and you can see it pierce out the front of his thigh, and he just falls onto the ground, and he's just dragging himself towards the entrance,
I'm going
screaming in pain.
to walk up to him. Go, I don't like men who hurt women. I'm going to cut his throat.
This one, too, you just lean down and just cut his throat. He just kind of gurgles out into the mud.
Y'all need your
It's just kind of against the wall, just like...
I think you guys need your bard.
Even my friends are horrible.
Okay.
I really don't like them.
I know, Mrs. Mayweather, but this guy over here, he said he wouldn't hurt anyone else, and I really believe him, and I think that maybe we could just stop, and he doesn't get to run away either, right?
Yep,
You're
nope.
not going to run away? You're not going to talk?
Nope. Stand right here.
Okay, what's your name?
Who's left?
one
This is
person.
the crossbow guy. Uland?
Uland. I need to talk to you at some point, because I need to know if you've ever seen a boy that... Oh, I don't have the hair anymore.
Most of them got eaten.
Why do they favor eating the boys and the men?
Well,
Sorry, I'm dead.
I'm just kind of weakly gestures around. You only need a few men.
Oh, I see, and you're it.
Oh. I see.
Who's left?
Okay. Yeah, I personally really need a rest. I could use a good night's sleep. I think everyone could use a good night's sleep while we kind of figure on regrouping.
I think
And-
everyone could use some access to these food supplies.
Exactly, and perhaps especially the women that have scuttled off into their tents.
Shall we? Agreed.
So you there. I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Uland.
Uland. You there, Uland.
Yeah, kind of long shoulder length blonde hair that is both dirty blonde and it's very dirty. Kind of very fine, thin features.
Race?
Human.
Okay.
All of them were human.
Just kind of these dull eyes. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Forgot about that. And you can see there's kind of an orangish tint around his lips. Like just kind of orange stains.
Like stains, not like pustules or...
No.
Okay.
Like stains.
Like he's been eating something weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Uland, perhaps you would be so good as to start distributing some of these supplies to those who need them.
Yeah. No, sure. They don't
and
bring
the
them very often. They're not, I mean, if we just...
Kalara, perhaps you might know best also.
And
who
perhaps
amongst your friends.
You could give Kalara your short sword that you were using on me.
That's over there. Oh, I haven't touched it.
Okay.
If we hand out the supplies to everybody, they're not going to last very long. They
Well,
give
no,
us a lot.
obviously not, like, gluttonously, but some people need to eat. Those who have perhaps not eaten yet today, feed them first.
You know, the pregnant ones who need to eat more.
Yeah, no, sure. Okay. And he kind of scuttles off towards the crates and boxes and just starts trying to, with his bare hands, just kind of try to peel off the lids. Okay, were you saying something to Kalara?
Oh, I was just saying that she could help. She would probably know best amongst these women who needs assistance and who doesn't. Probably better than we want.
I'm a soldier. That's not what I go in for.
Where are you
Appreciate
from?
that.
I'm from the 5th Legion.
From the Empire.
Field camera, yeah.
Bremen.
Interesting. You fight well.
Back to Freem.
It's where Josh really wants us to go.
Excuse me. I told you not to get on the boat. I told you that the world outside
but you
cities
love
don't
Freem.
skate.
It's so
I love
funny.
Freem.
I know,
I
that's what
told
we're
you
saying.
not to do this, and you were like, "Let's go find the cleric in Freem." Yes, I dearly love this place,
We'll get there eventually.
but to accuse me of making you go there.
No, I said you
we
wanted
said
us
you want
to
us
go
to
there.
go
Oh,
there. So
that's fair.
We didn't say
Fair,
you
fair.
didn't say you're railroading. We said Josh just loves
All right.
Freem.
Josh loves
Is
Freem.
there any rope or, like... Okay, first of all, I would check out Liliana and see that she's presumably still breathing, but
Oh, yeah.
just
Totally
knocked out.
stable.
She is still breathing.
Okay.
Roll me a d4 real quick.
Is there any
2.
Okay, we got some time.
You don't.
No. Is there any rope around or means of?
I saw a bunch of ratty clothes that we could use. And
We
also
could
that
just
could
put
be
her in a barrel.
distributed. We could do
Sorry, that was Jenny thinking out loud.
I
Talia
think
wouldn't
I'm
think of
rubbing
that.
off on you.
I think the problem is that Ma doesn't like having another evil character in the same group as her.
Hey, I'm only evil according to my own code.
She's a perfectly well-respected
and
old
Vera
lady.
really hates
Um, Yeah, let's see what we can find,
yeah.
and maybe tie our Dragonborn friend here up a little bit.
Why? This is Kalara.
She's not with us.
Yeah, so she used to be. It's a long story.
She's not with us.
She
Is not.
no, she is definitely not with us, but the body might be useful.
Well, and she kind of points off into one of the alcoves and set.
And then I look
horrified as I said that. I'm like, God, this is growing on me. I'm kidding.
Set apart from the rest, you can see just a pile of the same material that the rest of the tents are made out of. And she goes, well, there's what's left of my tent. We could wrap her up in that. There's no rope of any
Okay,
sort, although
that'll work.
I've been itching at getting those supplies.
Oh, please.
Yes, absolutely. Help yourself.
All right.
Just please don't run away without taking us with you,
You
please.
wanted to stay the night?
Well, I
Yes.
need to sleep.
You're the only useful people I've seen in the week that I've been here. I'm not about to leave without
You've
you.
only been here for a week.
Oh, thanks, sweet
Yes.
Ariel.
resourceful.
The full red a week ago, they hit us hard.
So the Freeman Legions are still active outside the city?
We were in the city a week ago.
Did they drive you out? What? Yeah, we have to talk.
We do.
We will. But first,
Perhaps.
if anyone comes down here and sees that the king's not in charge anymore,
The king's totally in charge, right, Mrs. Mayweather?
Well, it seems to me that if the ghouls come
Oh,
down
no,
here
that's
and
right.
see
You
this,
killed him. Never mind.
and see this fool not in charge, they're going to want to put someone else in charge. And frankly, I think there are other people far more competent. Ourselves. You're very
I'm
competent.
going to go look for useful supplies.
Yes.
We should be out of here quickly.
Okay.
She heads over to the supplies, shoves the Ulind. Is that his name?
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Ulind aside, and just what's his strength? Yeah, she
Take a
just
short rest.
she takes her spear and just like jams it straight through the wood near the top, cranks it up once, and then just rips the rest of it off
Yeah.
with her hands.
We stand
Starts
beefy
rummaging
girl.
through.
Can I start a short rest?
You may start a short rest.
Thank you.
I'm going to walk over to the rest of the tents and start looking for
I'm
the other
Burning all of my hit
denizens.
dice.
Okay.
Um,
Are you trying to talk to them, or
yeah,
you're just looking
trying
for
to
them?
talk to them, being like,
Yeah.
hello, all's well. Come out and play.
I'm gonna burn
So at this point,
3 hit dice.
you've got like blood spatter all on your arms.
If it comforts you,
And you just have this weird look in your eye.
I'm very
Uh,
self-satisfied
Every
right
time
now.
you look at people, like their eyes immediately go away and they just kind of flinch back. And you've got this combination of yes, right? Riding on the top of that wave from seeing Gideon again and just all of this together. You've been out of the game a long time. It feels good to be back.
When I finally start to notice that that's what they're reacting to, that I'm covered in blood.
It's the blood, but also they will not meet your eyes. Like, and anybody who kind of looks up at your eyes real quick, just their eyes go wide and they just look away.
Belongs to the king. He's gone. You're under new management.
They're not looking. They're just kind of shrinking back. To the
Any of you ladies know how to use a spear?
looking at the ground.
Well, if you don't, you might have to learn. Because, we're leaving. All of us are leaving. And you'll have to do your part. Do you believe me?
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Persuasion? 13.
Can't leave. It's better in here.
Better. in here? Will it be better for the children that you bear here?
Either way.
No one's eating anyone. Not if you fight back. Go see the sun again?
Look, you can do what you want, but you're just like them. That group just kind of refuses to speak. You go around to some other tents. Most of the conversations go roughly the same way. Either they refuse to speak, a couple of them just express horror at the idea of leaving this place. Cormier, what are you doing?
Downtrodden.
I don't know what Cormier does.
He would take a short rest and heal.
Fucking hate magic.
Well,
You really don't like the people who use magic. I also don't know what season you are today.
I don't know either.
No, we rolled for it. He's
it was
spring.
It was
Yeah.
spring.
Oh. That's bad.
That's really bad.
That's really, really bad.
What's your insight?
Wisdom's not his strong suit, if I remember right.
Am I still drunk? That affects it.
No. At this point, it has worn
It's
off.
a -1.
It's a -1. Great.
It's very
He's very pretty, but very dumb right now.
I feel like some of his like mental
yeah.
stats should change according to season sometimes.
That'd be fun.
Possibly.
So
Fun.
You're feeling a little fresh, but you're not stupid. Are you?
I have a -1 wisdom and a +0 intelligence.
Okay, you're of average intelligence. You can read a cave full of badly abused people.
Okay. I'll go sit in a corner and rest then.
Okay, you start a short rest. Yes.
I actually had something besides healing up. I wanted to do some specific meditation that has a story element to it. While
Okay.
I'm doing my rest.
So you want to meditate?
Yeah. So while I do that, I will just sit and kind of reflect on all of the horrors that I have seen today. And will think of Lyra's body being lowered into that tub of blood. And I will know that I did my very best to try to stop that, but I'm simply not powerful enough. And as I start to kind of fight with doubts and conflicting emotions as to who Illyriel is and what she means, I will take refuge in a memory from many years ago. I will imagine Lyra in a beautiful place, safe in Illyriel's embrace. And the place, it looks a little bit like my mother's surgery. And the memory I think of is when she was very heavy with Brennus. And this was the summer long before the red moon came. It was hot, and Father and Lorban would snore all night long. And Mother was uncomfortable, and I never have slept well. And I would go, she and I, together, would go into her surgery, and we would sit on the cot, and the rays of the silver moon would pour through the window and illuminate the area. And I would just sit or lay there, my head pillowed on the roundness of her belly, and I felt happy and loved. And I will just imagine Illyriel as a more radiant, benevolent version of my mother, and I will put Lyra in my place. And I'll just think of that and mourn the loss of my beloved friend, and the loss of my mother, and my brother, and my sisters. And I will pray with every ounce of strength that I have, to the good and the beautiful and the hope that is everything that Illyriel and Lyra have ever meant to me. And I'll start to hum, very poorly, a tune that Mother used to sing. She would sing it very softly, and then I'll weep more because I'll think of Almania and how she could have actually done something with that song. I don't remember the words, but I recall the melody, and I'll think of how beautiful Almania could have made it sound with her lovely silver flute, her soft, sweet voice, and I'll just sit there. And use Arcane Recovery. Get back those spell slots. To get back to
Damn it, I
spell
wanted
slots.
a few more seconds in that headspace.
Nope. And I healed up a little bit too. I spent 3 hit dice.
Okay.
So.
Roll me a straight wisdom check.
Okay. 17.
17? Okay.
And I'll show you the picture later. Because I had Alice draw it for me.
Oh, cool.
It's super pretty.
As the beauty of your memories and your experiences with your family and your love of the good war with the horror and the pain and the degradation that you've experienced since leaving Onisher, you reach out. You try to create that space for Lyra. And you are filled with a warm, comforting feeling. And your senses touch on something. This is not the voice that spoke to you on the Shadowed Mount. Just kind of an ambiguous whisper, not a lot of sense to it. This is not the cloying charm of the Hemotarch. I don't know if charm is the right word, but
Charisma. Just say cloying charisma.
there is a presence. And you are renewed after your rest with the confidence that there is something there that is not tainted by the Red Goddess. You may also have inspiration to roll anytime in the next. I'm gonna give you an hour in game on that one.
Thank you. So that she can finish her rest.
Jeez. No, at the end of from the end of the rest, she's got it for an hour. And is that a D6 bard?
Yeah.
Still a D6.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask that every single time.
One more level and then it will have moved up, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Vera. Talia has sequestered herself along the wall. It's just sitting there.
Far away
eyes
from Cormier.
Closed, far away from Cormier. Far away from the pile of bodies.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you spending your? I'm sorry. Unland. Uland. Thank you. It's written. I didn't find it.
It
Uland
becomes a D8 at 5th level. So
finally finds something with food in it, and just as one guy just kind of starts going and just awkwardly just like going inside tents and just like handing it around and then stumbling out and getting more. And what are you spending your short rest doing?
I am also going to go off, perhaps behind some barrels or whatever, away from other people. Just start looking around. Gideon? Love? You here? I did good today. I knew it wasn't me until I saw you. But I did good today. I'm gonna sit and try and unravel some string from some of the fabric maybe in that barrel, and sit and do the monk cat's cradle.
Okay.
Full body weave.
It's
I know I'm not good enough to do that.
well, and also the material is
improvising.
it's not stretchy. It's static. So it's not quite what you remember, and eventually you just kind of you throw it down and you move into the forms as you best remember them.
I'll just do my monk meditation and stay the same.
That's just the creepiest monk. It's just cold-blooded murder twice, and then just goes into very peaceful
Talks briefly to her dead
forms.
husband, goes into the
Casual.
Tai Chi thing.
Okay.
Can I spend some hit dice?
Yes. Anybody would like to spend hit dice?
You add your con to those, correct?
Yeah, con to each dice,
Okay.
but you have to declare how many you're going to spend before.
Yeah, I spent 3.
Yeah, I
3.
was about to say 3, yeah.
I was about to say, not a scratch on me, but there is a very slight sack of potato scratch on me. But not enough for me to care.
Small bruise.
There's a potato bruise
Yeah.
on me right now.
She is also going to spend...
33.
she's down...
That's good.
She'll spend 2. Oh, yeah, that'll work.
Was that show?
No, that's a good point, though.
Yeah.
Shoji will spend 2 as well. Okay. Shoji, manages to, I don't think she ever actually got stabbed or cut or anything. So she rests, looks a lot better afterwards. Still, well, she looks like a healthier skeleton.
Is she an actual skeleton?
No.
She's
Just
an
the skin
emaciated
stretched
hell.
very tight across sharp cheekbones, and you can see the skin on her arms is so kind of
I was
sunken
like, wow, we have
in.
a skeleton
that-
wearing a wig, and it looks great.
No, like she's 5.5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like she probably weighs about 90 to 100 pounds.
Ugh.
Yep, I know those people.
You mean every character that Beth makes? Those people? Is that what you meant by that?
No, but
Mary
yeah.
hasn't played with Beth as long as the rest of us have.
True.
Oh, no.
I love you, Beth.
She was like our little
Kilara
crazy
as
puppy.
well. After she's rooted through a bunch of things, she manages to find not a lot. 10 feet of rope.
It's something.
No other weapons, but enough warm clothing that you guys outside of the cave would be fine.
Okay, sweet.
Oh no, you guys were wearing warm clothing.
Yeah, but mine's a little tattered.
Yeah.
Not
So
my
you guys are pretty
sweaters.
torn up. So you guys can you can restore your clothing back to full
Health.
effectiveness.
Our clothing is at full health.
Yes, your
I'm writing that down.
clothing is at full
Clothing
insulation.
is at full health.
Full insulation.
She said
My
health.
sweater with the daisies still intact. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
Vaguely.
you only got hit with a sack of potatoes.
Oh yeah. So my
So you're-
daisy
yeah,
sweater is just
You're fine.
I wear it underneath my leather armor. I
Okay.
wear it over.
So you no longer have leather armor.
I don't. I just got my daisy sweater.
You could search the bodies and strip them if you like.
I'm a monk.
You have unarmored defense.
I do.
Oh shit!
I ain't armor in nothing.
she doesn't have to wear
Oh, I badly miscalculated.
Yeah.
I am
Joshua,
I love how-
remember how
This is
much
why
you
Joe
I
have
just
of
love-
monks?
so great.
I just love how even with no equipment, AC 15, AC 15,
AC 15.
AC 15.
This is why Joe Casta
actually,
was so powerful.
Yeah.
She was like,
well,
yeah,
I'm
a
resting.
17 AC,
Never
I'm
mind.
cool.
Okay.
When I'm finished resting, I would like to see if I can scrounge some things. I need specifically... Let's see. I would like to find some leather. Just a little piece of cured leather.
That's not difficult.
Okay.
You just take
Some
one of the short swords and just kind of cut off a piece of leather from some of their armor.
a bit of carrot, maybe? Is that
Carrot.
possible? A little pinch of dried carrot?
So,
Components are the weirdest thing in the universe.
okay, you know what? That conceivably exists among these
Okay, hard,
supplies.
dry carrot, I think would be
How-
good supply.
Now, from what you can see of all these boxes, what they feed these people down here is basically what they can scrounge from a city that's been
Right.
desolate for a year.
Yeah. An agate would also work, but
DC is absurdly high, but sure. Go for it.
is that just for the carrot, or does that affect my other things that I want, like sand and salt and soot and...
It will. The same roll will affect all of them. The DC for the various things is different.
Okay.
So just, what you got? I'll give you the soot because there's fires. You
Okay.
grab a handful of soot.
So I'm looking for a copper piece, a forked twig,
Oh, honey, I got a copper piece.
carrot or agate,
I have all the
whichever.
money.
They're interchangeable. Some salt.
Who wrote the spell such that an
Components are the
agate
freaking weirdest thing in the
a
world.
bit of dry... Agate's even orange?
Most of
I
them
don't
are.
know.
Oh, really?
Like
Yeah,
a
actually, a lot
cat's
of them
eye.
are.
Oh,
It
okay.
depends on what type of agate, but a lot of agates are
And
kind of
this
orange
is
and swirly.
probably right up there with a carrot. But a little bit of silver wire and maybe a small silver bell?
Bells me hard.
Yeah.
Where's Mary?
Where's Morthus?
Okay.
Though I don't think he'd
Roll
let you
that
take his spell.
investigation check.
And I have inspiration.
Big money, big money.
You do have
And
inspiration.
I'm gonna roll... Sorry, maybe I failed on you, but...
How long does it take Liliana to wake up?
He's gonna kill
About
me.
an hour.
Okay.
He is going to
One
freaking
more
kill
hour.
me.
Yes, he will.
Did
He's
you roll
going
well?
to murder you.
Hold on. So I have, let's see, that's a 3 on my inspiration,
So,
plus
hold on.
8.
Yeah, you're going to
Oh,
die.
sweetheart, do you want to know?
Hold on.
So, my dearest Joshua,
Yes?
I have rolled a natural 20 with a
course you
3 of inspiration,
Okay.
plus 5 to my investigation skill, which brings my total to 28.
You somehow find in just this little, actually rather ornate box.
I can't believe this. I cannot freaking believe this.
Like, it's not impossible, but it's more than very hard. So I put it at 27. All right, now I asked for it. I got it. Small ornate box, and you open it up, and it has. You're not sure who had this or what they were keeping in it.
A wizard's box.
It's the strangest combination of just bits of odds and ends. There's a little bit of lint. There's a little. You're not sure if it's a fake mouse that was made for somebody, or whether it was an actual mouse that was subjected to
Petrified.
taxidermy.
Okay.
Oh no.
Just a little bit of silver wiring. And-
Tell me there's a bell in there.
Tell me.
And a carrot that is just totally desiccated. Looks like there's actually a very fine seal on the box. When you close it, there's something that kind of holds it together. It takes a little bit of an effort to open, even though there's no latch or locking mechanism of any kind. Forked twig, not too difficult to find.
Sweet. Was there a
um,
bell included? A little silver bell in there too?
Yeah, there was
say yes.
also a little silver bell.
Damn,
Sweet.
girl.
And yeah, you find some
She
copper pieces.
reconstitutes her.
It's gonna
Solid
take you about an
smash.
hour because you're looking through a ton of
Yeah.
boxes, but you managed to find all of those spell.
I just wrote
components.
down copper twig.
Copper twig. That's what you gotta find.
There, we'll just put a comma in there. It's fine.
That was so.
That was
Right.
on one of the twins, Alice. So thank
Okay. So Vera, you've got another hour
Um.
while she investigates all of the boxes.
Yes.
You hear occasional just squeals of delight and
you.
disbelief.
And I am positive that whatever force that was that I felt is what
okay.
has guided me in
Yeah.
this, and I will
No,
praise
the-
Illyriel since that's the only name I know. To
It
put
was
to
the inspiration that pushed you over.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
Nice.
I am going to try and improvise some. I have wood now here, and splinters and such, and nails. To improvise some small throwing daggers, things that would be similar, have the same, try to get something with balance.
So these are the super thin nails
yeah, I know it's the
that
type
you
of nails.
use?
I'd probably make it more out of wood, like I would have my knitting needles made out of, and sharpen them, etc.
Oh, I see. So
I'm trying to
just
make
the
something
wood.
that's
Okay.
the equivalent of something I could throw or stab with. Probably be one use, since they're wood.
Okay. So what's the design?
The design is just to be a long thing with a sharp point on the end.
Okay.
What I'm used to using as a throwing weapon.
Okay. I'll give you a dexterity check to try and craft this and weight it properly
Okay.
for throwing.
15.
15? Okay. You've got a couple of things that would definitely work to stab.
Okay.
Certainly would be pretty ineffective against really any kind of armor.
Yeah, they're more like wood stakes.
So yeah. How many did you want to make?
As many as I can make.
Okay. I'll give you 5. You're really not sure how they're going to throw. So for mechanically, what this is going to do is it's going to be a -3 to damage against armor. And you're going to have disadvantage on thrown attacks. So you've got something. It's really bad.
Okay. If I sort through, I will also sort through various corpses, of course, and see if there's anything useful on the king or on what's his
So
face,
all of them
Sorio.
have usable leather armor,
Don't care.
except for the guy who got blasted. You don't care. The king had kind of this underneath this ratty kind of attempt at finery, was actually wearing an ornamental breastplate. Which, if none of you want it,
I'll give-
Kalara's going to take.
She can take it. I will find
I'm
it and
just
give it
happy
to
with
her.
my carrot, man.
Liliana's
I'm sorry?
asleep. So
I said I'm just
she
happy
don't
with my
get
carrot.
much sex. So I don't care
She's
about the
delighted
ornamental.
having her
Liliana
own
would
carrot.
I've given you
probably-
guys. I've given you guys a lot of sticks, so I figured it was time to.
Liliana would probably take it, but she's asleep. So
Yep.
yeah,
I'll
you
give
would
it to
tell her.
And she's also
So-
tied up now with 10 feet of rope, right? Yes. She is.
Oh, you guys wanted to. No, Kalara's holding on.
Okay.
Waste that tying up.
So Liliana is not tied up.
I can
Correct.
look for rope.
Well, but we wrapped
So
her
she-
up with the other stuff. that
Right,
the-
you guys have basically wrapped her up in
We've
canvas
hog-tied her.
and
We
like
made her into a
piled
burrito.
stones on her, so she could break out without too much trouble, but not without anybody knowing.
Yeah.
So Kalara, as you come over to the corpses, Kalara has basically stripped them all and has laid out all of this equipment, so the search doesn't really take too much time. There are 7 short swords, minus whatever anybody has taken at the moment.
I've got a short sword.
You've got a short sword. Kalara's going to take a short sword.
And you have a crossbow, right?
Yes, I do. I have the crossbow and the bolts, and I will hold on to those because I'm actually proficient in crossbow.
Oh, hey, cool.
So-
Half-elf, right? Because of the half-elf?
No, because wizard.
Wizards are proficient in crossbows?
Mm-hmm. For some unbeknownst reason, but
Go.
maybe because they're a dex-based weapon.
Go figure. So she's going to take the breastplate. She's going to take a short sword. She's going to hold on to her 2 spears. Or 2 of the spears. You've got... Vatero, the guy who got hit in the leg and then you kind of went over and executed, had some kind of broken wand-looking thing. It's kind of cracked in a couple of places. You don't really know anything about magic, but it has recognizably arcane symbols etched into
Used
it.
to could have figured that out, but I no longer have that ability thanks to
Um,
our friend.
I'll give it to you anyway. Once I see you again.
Neddy had... Yeah, I gave him names.
No, I just was laughing because it's such a poor little boy name.
Has a slender shard of ruby. That appears... it glints, like light shines off of it, even on parts where no light is shining. Right, so if you kind of hold it up to the fire, right, light is, of course, dancing off of this side, but you can also see light reflecting off of this side, even though there's no light coming from over there.
Have I ever seen anything like that?
Some kind of... you might have. Go ahead and
had
roll
dealings in gems.
either it would be a history... It's not like a thief thing.
No.
You can't roll thief. Give me a history check, and if you're not proficient in it, I'll give you proficiency in this check.
Okay, I'm not proficient.
Because this might be particular.
A nat 20.
Okay, yes. It's just called red. It's just a small sliver of ruby that has been enchanted somehow, and you can jam it into your skin, and it gives you, for a portion of the day, it increases your speed. It dissolves.
So it's one use.
So you take a little bit of damage, it dissolves, and you've got a speed boost for a while. You know a great deal about it. So mechanically, what this is as a bonus action, you use it, it increases your speed by 10 feet until you take a short or long rest.
Sweet. But it's one use?
It's single use, yes.
All right.
It's red is just kind of a getaway thing. When you get made, it's just right? Jam it in and book it out of there.
Yeah.
Kind of, sure.
Okay.
Not addictive.
Okay, good. I don't do that. Has anyone tried?
I was going to say, there's one thing Vera doesn't do. Vera doesn't do drugs. Vera might sell drugs. She doesn't do drugs.
She doesn't do them herself.
And
Well, that's the best kind of seller.
from the really big muscled guy with kind of the wide face, he's got scars all over his body. Nothing other than the leather armor, the short sword, and just this white silk glove. And it is the cleanest thing that you have seen in this entire cave. And embroidered into it in dark blue are just the initials IA.
Finally, we're getting some of the good loot.
You have no idea how he kept it this clean, but he clearly treasured it.
Oh, I'm gonna put it on. It's too big for me, so there's like a
Yeah, it kind of goes all the way to your forearm. It's kind of one of those long ladies' gloves. Yeah.
I start trying to make up names that have the initials IA. It's inappropriate.
Imogen.
I know. I was like, Isabel.
Okay. All right. After a couple hours, so you guys took your rest, and then you kind of got up, organized some things. Uland has been going around distributing food, and after a while, people kind of start to peek out of their tent, and then they just start coming in groups and opening the crates and just grabbing food and running back out to tents. There are a couple of small scuffles.
And Liliana wakes up.
And Liliana wakes up.
Yeah.
Liliana, you awake.
Do we kill a fucking rapist?
And you're warm. And it's kind of comfortable. It's like a nice
We
weighted...
swaddled you. Aww.
It's like a nice weighted blank... Ow! You kind of rolled your head over and it just ground over something hard and sharp, and you look down and there's just gravel all by your head, and you look up and you're just kind of... It's like somebody half buried you, right? Kind of one of those stone burials where you just kind of heap stone on top. You just got a bunch of rocks on you, and you're all wrapped up in some kind of canvas.
Do I notice her wake up or start to
I'm
struggle?
not dead.
Well, you definitely hear that.
I go over to you.
Yeah, fucking burial pyre.
The old halfling walks over and just kind of looks
Hi,
down
old
at
lady.
you.
Oh, it wasn't a burial. It was a rather, I admit, shoddy attempted imprisonment.
Oh, nice. It's warm.
I thought it might be. You look very cozy.
Mm-hmm. Very cozy.
So here's the question. Who would you like to play ball with? To be perfectly honest.
What?
What team would you like to bat for?
I'm into guys, if that's what you're asking.
Would you like to bat for Team Ghoul and Blood whatever? Or, frankly, our rather scrappy but enterprising little crew?
Look, I'm not for enterprising anything. because that usually sucks. Look, I just don't want to die. Again, how does that sound?
Seems fair, neither do we.
Good. I knew we'd be such a good team.
Yes, but unfortunately the other team does rather want to, it appears, drain all our blood and sacrifice us to a strange red moon goddess.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I was there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
That's why I went
something...
and beat some dudes up.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's something neither you nor we want.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, why do you think I've been staying with you this long and not just running off on my own?
Yes, I had been thinking about that, to be perfectly honest. So here's the question.
And also, you need me.
Do we?
Yeah, because I've got your friend's body.
You do have that. That is an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to get out?
I mean, it's doing all right. I do hate these stupid hands. I've got these frickin' claws that you can't even use. It makes picking up things really hard. But unfortunately, the only way to leave this body is to die again. And I'm not really into that shit. So.
How do you know that's the only way to leave this body?
Well, because I think, vaguely in my head, that the only way to leave a body is to die. And I don't know, you could ask your weird blood goddess friends, or whatever the shit is going on.
my friends, not
you
my
mean
goddess.
enemies, right?
I mean, not really.
They did just, steal our friend's body and implant it with a...
Yeah, but you
Evil
got a friend who's been
priestess.
praying to some blood nasty god, and I think there's only one blood god. Don't know about you, but there's only one. And if your friend is praying to that blood god, that means you got friends in either high places or extremely low places. So, how are we going to handle this?
You say that you have this, in your rather fuzzy recollection, this opinion that one needs to die in order to leave a body, but didn't you just admit to our friends, shall we say, that you might be having some issues with memory?
I mean, sure, I'm in someone else's body, so my brain's a little bit...
Do you remember who you were?
Yeah, I was a sorceress. It was pretty awesome.
Well.
I fought in some war that I can't quite remember, and everybody hated me, and it was awesome. So... Yeah, there was something like that. It's kind of hard. It's very fuzzy, and it's all messed up with this fucking Dragonborn's memory, too. So I'm just kind of all over the place as I'm figuring this out. That's just how it goes.
So what is it you really want? If you could have anything in the world, the ideal you, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Really fucking powerful.
Really?
Yeah, probably like, I don't know, live in a castle or some shit. With all the food.
And with an intact memory?
I have food. Ulin kind of runs up. And
Aren't you one of the rapists I tried to kill?
No, I've got it.
He's the one rapist that we're going to allow to live because he seems frankly useful. Does that seem fair?
That doesn't seem fair at all, but I'll eat your food, thanks.
Are you taking it from him? Or just...
My arms, I think, are still bound.
Yeah, she's still saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're still down.
Yeah.
He just kind of...
Here, leave her helping, please. I'll see to it.
Oh, yeah, okay. He just sets it on the ground and hurries off.
I ain't into rapists. Look, I'm into a lot of nasty shit, but rapists aren't one of them. Okay.
I'm perfectly with you on that. I mean,
We can agree on something?
yes.
Yeah, look,
So many great things.
I'd
I'm
like
so
a
happy.
nice...
Liliana and I were discussing her life goals.
Yeah.
Long term.
Talia is inexplicably bouncy and excited, so
Just like I was.
either she's incredibly
There we go.
resilient or she snapped. You're not really sure which one.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I don't pray to the same blood god that they do.
Honey, different names,
No.
same god.
No, you don't understand. My goddess is wonderful and beautiful and full of hope and joy and love.
Have you met her?
Yes.
Let's,
There you go. Okay.
Let's come down to earth. You seem like a down to earth sort of person
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, look, I don't really care about any of you.
That seems
We'll
fair.
get
We don't
that
really care about you either.
We'll get that out of the way first. I don't care about any of you. I really just care about figuring out all the rest of my memories, getting a nice big house somewhere, having a ton of food, and not having to work for the
I
rest
know
of my life.
just the man for you.
Great. You'll have to introduce us. I'm very charming. So I think that this is kind of my general plan. And if I have to do it in this body, I'll do it in this body. Because, I don't think I'm going to get another one. So I'll take it. And I'll go and do some crazy stuff with y'all until I can get some more money and go off on my own and get all my power back, and it'll be fantastic. That is the plan.
Personally, it sounds perfectly sensible to me.
Oh,
but
God,
we need
a
some
sensible
conditions.
elderly
well,
lady.
what I just want to
Surely, right?
clarify at the moment.
How are these
is-
for conditions? Kalara walks over. She's now wearing a breastplate. She's got a short sword. She's got 2 spears in one hand.
Question.
And she's got kind of the net rolled up and tied to a belt.
My girl.
Does Vera know about Freeman O's?
Everybody knows about
Okay. Well,
Ooh.
that's very interesting.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you said you were a soldier. Do you have a rank, madam?
I'm a legionnaire.
Legionnaire. What is the perhaps proper way to address you that you would prefer?
Ma'am, sir.
Give me 1 second as I find my description of her.
He's designed the entire Green military.
I did. I spent several weekends.
He did, and he loved every second of
And
it.
then
I mean,
we,
that's fair. I've done that for
left
military ranks
Freem
and stories.
because we hated
Ooh,
following
there it is.
rules, and they're all about rules.
He's written more since.
I know.
Yeah, Liliana's gonna hate
Well, yeah, you gotta update it
Yeah, exactly.
now that there's a plague loose in
totally.
the world. And
Yeah.
it's a new goddess. It's
Absolutely.
This is oddly appropriate.
From you, legionnaire.
Legionnaire? Okay.
Excellent.
I'm sorry,
So,
legionary.
Legionary. Well, Legionary, I seem to have heard many rumors, I admit I'm not an expert of any kind, that the Vreeman people, and I assume, are you a citizen? Legionary?
Of course.
She's got the tattoos.
She does, indeed. Again, I'm obscure on many details, but I hear rumors that one can bind people to an oath if you are a Vreeman citizen.
Indeed. But I prefer a simpler method.
Yes, there are
She
always
just kind of
ways.
bends down and gets real close in your face.
Hi.
You're a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Your skills are useful to our group. I'm sorry. She's from Freem. I haven't
Get
been
that
doing-
German accent on, Joshua!
Freeman accent.
I forgot.
Remember,
Schreiber,
you
be
say
the
No,
Schreiber.
I know. I've
Bring
been.
it back,
I've
you got
been
this.
trying
you
to
say
practice.
our sword, and it sounds like
And
our
it's
sword.
amazing.
No, actually, when you do the
Arschword.
actual
Arschword.
accent, it doesn't sound like
The
that.
Arschword.
Nothing will ever be as funny as the
Arschword.
R sword. I'm sorry.
Starting to understand why Mercer was like, all right, the new campaign is going to happen on a different continent with
None of
nothing
the
the
inside
same
jokes will
from
be
the
the
previous one, just all new things. This was my mistake.
You'll get it.
Take your time.
Already forced him to do it.
Please subscribe to this.
Yes.
Oh, that's how I was doing.
If you're here for all of
Sorry.
our
Yeah.
insane things that we say to each
We're
other.
Also,
accent.
A little Tweety Bird tells me that Iconic Production recently passed 400 followers on Twitter.
Oh,
So
that's
thank you guys
great.
for that.
Yay.
And keep, sharing and tagging and doing the love. It's great stuff. Thank you so much.
we appreciate you.
Yes.
And you and you and you.
Your skills are useful.
There we
There
go.
it goes. Yeah, Vreem's back.
He got it.
Until you abandon the group.
Oh.
So, we will keep you alive until you stop helping. And if you betray the group, I will kill you.
And,
Great.
I'll help.
She's really good at the
Great.
killing part.
Look, have I betrayed you all yet?
Yes.
When?
Right when, they were doing the whole throat-slitting sacrifice thing and you walked up to them and said,
Mary,
can I be
Mary
on
wasn't
your
here,
team?
but you definitely tried to strike a bargain with
Okay.
Humanoid Destin because
Okay.
they
Sorry,
definitely
Mary. I
had
was
the
gonna say-
power.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Liliana,
Totally fair.
Tried to
totally
betray
fair.
them.
Yeah, that's
Destin wasn't terribly interested.
okay.
Mary hasn't betrayed them yet.
Okay. Jeez.
Just to be clear, Mary, we love you.
Oh,
We
thanks.
hate Liliana.
I hate her too.
And we'll stab her in the back.
God, why didn't you guys kill her already?
Because I can't technically do that.
I could, but you're really useful.
I know.
And
I'm really
Vera
useful.
is
And you're powerful.
You gotta find someone
and
who
you
can
can
bring
like
home on your
breath people
Yeah. Okay.
as a bonus action.
Okay, so I've tried to betray you once. Big deal. Everybody's done that before.
Yes. Actually, that's fair. Even Cormier has.
Thank you.
Anyway, my plan
No,
is to try and reach...
you are the one who has.
I'm still listening.
All right.
Of
Is
course.
to reach the Legion camp.
Okay, and you know how to get there?
Fair goal.
They're in the, I'm sorry, directions. It's the eastern part of the city near the harbor.
Near the harbor.
Oh, the
There's
harbor
a
would be perfect.
Freeman accent's good stuff.
Harbor
Well,
would be lovely.
frankly, the harbor would be lovely, and also anywhere but here would be rather lovely. But
We have a few choices.
Okay.
We could try to take everyone. So it would be impossible to hide, and it would very much be a race to see who survives to the camp.
Many of them would not.
Indeed.
Yes.
I mean, we could just go then.
I have been taught to be utilitarian in my approaches, but
That is probably the approach appropriate to now. So the option is we leave.
what about them? What happens to them? What becomes of them?
Not much different than what you see.
Perhaps a little better without certain members of the community.
But then when the ghouls don't eat men anymore, they'll eat the women and the children.
There are many such camps, and they have others. They have others. So many Z's.
They have
others. Which they will bring in. Nothing will change.
So you say that we're fighting a losing battle and we must choose the way that is best.
Plus, yes.
For the whole rather than the few.
My duty is to return to my legion.
Of course. We
Nothing
also
else comes before that. I have information that they will need to know.
believe that Dream has information that I seek to know. I recently read a very interesting book on gods and theories of the gods that would be interesting to pursue.
They also, as I recall,
We
were
also
our
have a cleric.
end goal, yes.
Such
And
a practical person.
I am, of course, a practical person. Oh, love, you're such an idealist.
And that's a second date conversation. This is
Look, when I report to my convitor, I can, of course, mention you.
Can we come
I can
with
make
you?
Of course, I
We'll
can
get
make
her
no
there.
promises for you once we reach the Legion.
That's fair. And,
But you may speak with my convitor, and if he allows, you can speak with H.A.P.P.Y. And, you might be interested in talking to the priester.
Yes.
He's a weird one.
aren't they all?
Do I
Some more?
know?
You have met priesters.
We met priests. Is that the same?
Not from the Legion, you haven't.
Would I know what the religion of Bream is, if there is one, from all my time at the library?
Sure, give me a history check.
Well,
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
it's a 12.
12?
Yeah.
Nobody has a religion.
Everyone's
Those who
witchy about
hold...
it.
Those who call themselves healers don't believe that their god is here or exists. They are simply dedicated to what they believe that the name that god once stood for, and it is their faith in the ideal that gives them what small power they have. You and Lyra were fairly unique in believing that yours actually existed and was still here. All the faithful have accepted there aren't gods anymore. It is the faith in the ideals.
Except a couple of the guys in the book that I read, the monks, which I no longer have my notes on.
If Vreem was to have a religion, that religion would be Vreem.
Mm-hmm.
The motherland.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Also,
We need her body, so we'll take her.
technically you're at war with them.
Monitors?
Yeah.
Because
did
we're
that-
occupied.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Anashur is not occupied.
Yeah. Worcestershire is at war.
Anashur, Westashur, and the Empire were all part
That's true.
of the Central Alliance.
Mhm.
When Westashur got it, when Vreem attacked Westashur, Anashur immediately declared war,
Mhm.
and the expectation was that the Borderlands and the Combine would join in. This has happened twice before. The first time Vreem took Westashur and was immediately beaten back. The second time they held off the combined power of all three for a couple decades, I think. The third one, right, which is this one, went on for 2 weeks as, Anashur shipped all of the mercenaries across, was pouring money into it, but Anashur doesn't have a standing army, right? So it's, for Anashur and Westashur, it's always about paying
can
for
hire,
mercenaries, right? So that was in the works. News was the Borderlands was undecided, but that the Combine should have joined, and then everything went to hell. There's a new god. There are plagues popping up. So you guys don't really know what the state of things on this side of the world are, but technically, you're at war with Vreem.
Technically, we're independent operators at this
Yeah.
point, a little bit.
Sure. Your city is at war with Vreem.
Mm-hmm.
Your home city. So, what is the plan?
Leave.
It hurts my heart to do that, but I don't think. I think that if we take them out, it is certain death for them.
And for us.
And for us. Perhaps here they can eke out a miserable existence a while longer.
It might be more merciful to kill them.
They have that option themselves.
That's true.
So, what is your decision? I don't know what
I'm-
the accent is.
I'm really good at following orders.
Read my text
So,
again.
Well, we go with you.
All right. You guys are supplies and bust out.
right.
Can I be untied now?
You were never tied. Like,
Can I?
You're kind of wrapped up. You could shake your way out.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, you
Are you going
managed
to play
to
nice?
shake your way out.
I mean, what more can I do?
Agreed. Practical.
And remember, I will kill you.
And I'll help.
So you told me.
Indeed.
I won't
All right.
help, but I won't save you either.
How useful is your big friend?
Well, so
Quite when he's on form.
when he's not in his cups, he's grumpy, but somewhat useful. When he's in his cups, he's
Less.
useless.
So no cups around here. So
That's what I was thinking.
He's strong.
grumpy, angry.
He doesn't
These
like
are tools.
magic.
I like her more and more.
Right.
Yeah.
Should
I
leave
call
soon.
you Tiger Lady, and you're Old Lady, and you're Crybaby. And then I point
I will
at
kill you now.
Show and be like, and she's deadly.
What's Cormier?
He's big dude.
Fair.
Perhaps I will kill her anyway.
Or
once
drunk
we have reached the camp.
Up to you. Just
All right.
save the body as much as you can, I
We
guess.
should leave as soon as possible.
Yes, okay. I feel much better. I found some things that I needed, and I feel stronger, and I was able to heal up some, so I'm ready.
I just need to have a
Shoji
Yeah.
walks up. And she doesn't say anything. She's just standing there with you guys.
We're wanting out. Let's get out.
Will you come with us, Shoji?
Of course, I'm not staying here.
Okay.
Well, as we're going, I just need to duck into one of the tents very briefly and have a quick word, and let's go.
Question. Are we gonna leave the last rapist here with all of the women?
He's not going to hurt them.
Are you sure about that?
He told me he wouldn't.
You are very trustworthy.
Did I believe him?
Trusting.
Do I believe him?
You are very trusting. I apologize.
I'm sorry?
Do I believe Uland that he won't hurt any of the ladies?
You know that you have thoroughly scared him and that he is afraid of you.
Which means when I leave, he may not be scared anymore.
He's outnumbered by much very ladies.
Hormones are that shit.
I would say we stab him before we go.
I have another idea, but take him with us. He's fodder.
Ooh, that's even better. We can shove him in front of us.
My
He
friends,
can get
horrible
killed.
people.
Honey, we're not friends.
I wasn't talking about you.
You said my friends. Laurel are horrible
a
people.
rapist.
What did we ask
In an
you?
ideal world, he would stand trial and be in prison for the rest of his life.
Welcome to the most not ideal world.
Much rather make him useful.
Well, Mrs. Mayweather,
Read
you
the
are
name
the
of the
smart one
campaign.
here, so I will defer to your judgment.
Take him
what
with us,
do you
throw him in
think,
front. Toss him into a pit.
Legionary? Would a hostage be useful? Throw him to the ghouls?
It could buy us a few seconds outside.
Woo! Party sounds like we should do it.
Uland, darling.
Kind of comes running up, not a plate, but bundle full of potatoes.
We're just going to get some supplies together, and then we're going to go for a walk.
Outside?
Yes.
Okay. Don't go near the palisade. They'll grab you.
Oh, don't worry, you're
We
coming with us.
are going to go for a walk.
Okay. Like now?
Almost now. Shall we start to get the supplies together?
I have what I need. Is
We'll
there like a bag or a backpack around that I could have scrounged up?
There are sacks
Okay,
of
yeah, that'll work.
former potatoes.
I am, as we're leaving, just going to duck briefly into one of the tents where I've seen one of the pregnant ladies
Okay.
before. Maybe one I've talked to earlier.
Okay.
And just sort of, no, I won't touch her, but get a little bit closer to her. She won't look me in the eye, I presume.
The three who came to Shoji's call have been helping. Why can't I?
Clara?
No, Uland.
Oh.
Distribute food, and they have gathered a few small groups outside the tents who are now kind of eating together, and there's occasional little bits and pieces of talk, but not much. Those three are alert, and are actively doing things.
I'm just going to take one aside and just say
One of the three?
quietly. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to bear my children in the dark. And I didn't. Don't lose this. And I point to the group that's talking around the fire or whatever. Don't forget it.
She, are you leaving?
Going.
She kind of looks back to that group. All right, well, we'll do what we can. Good luck. If you can, send this place to hell. Take us with you if you have to. But send it to hell. Burn it out of the ground. And erase its name. She turns back and continues ministering to the other women.
Here, we'll remember that.
Alright.
Ding!
Alright. What?
I just am pondering. That's fine.
Okay.
Move on. It wasn't
Give me
directed
a
at
look.
you, it
Alright.
just was my face.
Okay, we'll go ahead and end there. When we come back next time, we will just do final gathering of supplies, so be thinking about what you might want to
Grab.
take or I know. I'm
No,
looking at the
it just
time.
it was on the back of his
That is
paper,
great.
and I think it's hilarious.
So
God,
when we
look
come
at the
back,
time.
we'll do a final resupply, and then you guys are gonna try and get out of
break
here.
out of room camp.
It's gonna be interesting.
So I'll be in by Skype, but may
Okay.
I take these with me?
Yes, go ahead and hold on to that. Would you mind terribly? We'll deal with that in just a minute. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. Okay, so are we all good for next week? Are you still good?
I'm so good at the moment.
Still good?
So-
Okay, cool. We will be back next Friday, barring the end of the universe.
Right.
And we'll have a couple of people on Skype, and whatever. All right, cool.
Party.
Join us next week. Have a lovely evening and a lovely week.
It got better.
It sort of got
just
better.
a little bit, maybe, kind of, for a minute.
Happens sometimes.